right. And go.
Sweet.
Welcome in, everybody. Getting started with some pre-release Legacy.
Of course.
Because the best way to start off your pre-release is with some Legacy.
Nothing screams going back to Dominaria like playing some Legacy.
where most of our older cards are all Dominaria.
Yeah. For sure.
So we're headed back. I'm definitely excited. How's it going, Brian?
Hey, Brian.
All right, we've already got pairings for round 1 up, so we're there.
Sitting down.
Whenever they get sit down. Why isn't Matt in an LSD shirt? Good question.
That is a good question.
Is he supposed to have one? He can go get one.
All I have is what you gave me. Yeah, I haven't played it yet, but I've seen a couple people stream it, and it looks pretty awesome.
Everybody's liking it. Well, I'm glad. All right, so we should be getting started here pretty soon. Matt, do you need to go get a Lexical Deathrite shirt, or is the hoodie good enough?
I guess I need one.
Get the Matt shirt. All right. Here. What size?
XL. Okay.
All right, they've been messaged, so they have to come back here and deliver their shirt.
Sounds good.
Where are the people?
Oh, looks like we got some people underway.
This is burn. All right, let's start off here. Watch Kevin and Remy.
Sweet.
Because Remy's always playing something interesting.
You were saying you think he's on probably some kind of a storm variant today?
He was on Storm on Tuesday when I lost. Yeah, I got my hoodie. It's here. I have it. I can be happy again. All right, Remy and Kevin. Let's jump over.
All right. Looks like they're about to get ready. All right, so shuffle cam's almost done. Time to get some Legacy going. Opening hands. I see a Baleful Strix. I see Force of Will. Not seeing many lands in Remy's hand.
Looks like he's back on Tezzeret. Oh, it's gonna be sad if it's really it. Oh wait, what? Oh, it looks like Kevin is not on Burn. I feel like I've seen him play Burn more than anything, but I could be wrong. Batasai, welcome in. Good to see some people. I got to take a break on Tuesday. I lost every round, and I needed that. Gotta bring me down to earth. It's an exciting day for Magic, huh?
Always.
Did you miss it? Is it over? No.
Just starting.
Just starting.
Just starting.
Everyone's here, I guess. I think we could get some. I think we can get some more people here. I think that'd be a good thing.
For sure. Thank you.
Thanks, Austin. All right, so I think Remy is on Tezzeret. This is a turn 1 Chalice. He's going down to 18.
Okay. 14 tonight. So a little bit smaller turnout, but I think that's because people are kind of waiting and they want to play some pre-releases later on. And
I think so too.
Yeah.
All of our events look a little smaller today. I'm sure our midnight will be packed. Packed. That's the wrong quote. Come on, Brian. All right. So, all right. Turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Tezzeret.
Seems good.
No biggie.
Tez is going to plus.
Can't type. Poor Brian can never find the quote.
All right. Looks like we're going to see a him here.
I don't think him matters too much from this point. Like, okay, Force of Will, Baleful Strix, like, whatever.
Yeah.
He's got a Tezzeret on board.
Yeah, and that Tez on board is going to get out of control here real quick.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm actually a little confused why he's plussing right now. I mean, yeah, it's fine, but make a 5/5 and then make another 5/5. The game's gonna end so fast.
Like, the only thing that really matters at this point is Abrupt Decay, right? So it's kind of surprising not just making a bunch of 5/5s and going to town, but
yeah. Hey, quote 14, you found it. Wait a minute, quote 11 is better lucky than good now? What happened to quote 13, Brian?
2 got deleted. Alright, so Chalice on 2 and Chalice on 0 enter the board. So just everything Chaliced up about as much as you can.
He doesn't need to cast spells from this point.
I guess another card that could happen is Kolaghan's Command. That would be a good one for Kevin.
Yeah, he can cast it. This can kill one of the chalices. Probably the one that's on 1.
Yeah, that would be my choice. And Tez threatening to do a decent amount of damage with that ult as well. We're looking at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 damage that could come across. Not something to snivel at. But likely just going to use some of the other modes at the moment.
Yeah. It is a deck that's a little heavier on like 4-drop things and 3-drop things than most. So, but keep in mind he did play a Chalice on 0, so this will prevent him from, playing too many crazy things.
Sure.
All right, so he's gonna make the Chalice that's on 0 a 5/5, and he's gonna attack.
Yep.
This is such a fast clock. I feel like he could have won by now, but I don't know. What do I know?
There might be something that he's trying to play around that we're not thinking about, but
yeah, you draw all the chalices, you may as well get him on the board and I don't know.
He may be trying to kind of see more of what Kevin's playing as well if he's unsure.
Well, this looks like 4-color to me.
Yep.
Agreed, Hackbird.
I think Kevin just made the mistake of not being able to drop a Deathrite Shaman on turn 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here comes our Kolaghan's Command.
Mm-hmm.
And do you think he's actually going to target down the 5/5? Does it give him a turn? I don't think it.
I don't think it matters. I think if you're going to do it, you just have to go for the Chalice on 1 and hope that it turns live some of your other stuff, like Fatal Pushes and the like.
Yeah.
So 2 damage to Tez and kill your Chalice on 1. Like, maybe now you can brainstorm into something if you have it.
Brian says, how many chalices do you need? And Hackbert goes, 4. You need 4 of them.
Should have chaliced on 3. Yeah.
Wasn't enough.
All right. The draw is another Force of Will, and I think that's going to pretty much seal the deal for Remy on this game. There's not really any meaningful interaction on Kevin's side of the board. So he can get rid of the Tez, but he's still facing down a 5/5. And he still has to deal with that before things can really happen. So what are his outs? We're looking at Liliana if he plays it, an Edict of some kind, another Colgan's Command, Jace would be good, things along that line. But he's got to find it quick.
Yeah, that's a land. Not quite cutting it. And I guess he can hardcast Force of Will now. I don't know that that's going to matter.
Yeah, probably not doing too much. Look at that him in hand as well. I think he almost played it and then realized that Chalice was on too.
Yeah, he just broke the number flipper. Just tearing it off. He's like, not having it.
Down to 4 goes Kevin, and that's going to do it. So, Remy takes game 1.
All you need is just some chalices and a Tezzeret. That's all it takes. I can't remember who I was talking to, and I've had this discussion multiple times, but I've had somebody tell me that the percentage of games that Tezzeret resolves, like,
yeah,
the correlation between it when it resolves and the games that you win,
yeah,
is probably higher than any Planeswalker. Which I believe that might actually be true.
Jace has to be up there too, though.
Jace has to be up there, but seriously, when a Tezzeret resolves, you don't really see that person lose very much.
True.
All right, let's take a look at what's going on in our other table. So we've got Calvin and Derek.
It's like we got some good old-fashioned death and taxes going on.
Oh yeah.
With Spirit of the Labyrinth, and I'm kind of big on that card right now. I think that it does a lot of the things that you want it to do, and kind of acts like your own white Leovold. Not as good, but costs less and is easily equipable.
Well, looks like Calvin is stuck on mana at least a little bit, and he's got to deal with getting hit for what, like 5 a turn plus drawing a card.
Facing down a pretty quick clock too here at 6 life.
Toxic. Okay,
that's a toxic deluge. And I think that he's gonna do that for enough to kill himself. This is like
he's like, I'll pay 6 life.
Yeah.
Was that a Yu-Gi-Oh card? Yes, that was a Thoughtseize Yu-Gi-Oh card, which is kind of like normal Yu-Gi-Oh cards, except for like not at all like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'm making sense, right?
Totally.
Okay. All right, so we'll catch these guys game 2 when they're done figuring out what they're gonna do.
Heart of the cards and all that.
Yeah. I don't know. I always heard that Yugi cheated, so maybe that's how Calvin's so good.
Cheat to win. Card games are easy when you don't play by the rules.
Easy.
Shuffle cams.
Yeah, we always gotta have our shuffle cams.
Best shuffle cams in all of Twitch, right here.
All Twitch. Nobody does it quite like us.
Show me a better shuffle cam, and I'll show you why you're wrong.
I mean, we laugh, but really. So after this round, I'm excited because I was informed recently that Mr. Matt here 5-0'd with Doomsday.
I did. I 5-0'd with Doomsday this week.
So I'm kind of excited to hear the stories. We got to finish this round though. Sorry, Matt. You can't talk about it yet.
That's okay.
You can't. I was really sad because like when you texted me about it, I was like, dude, that's gonna get on the mothership. Like they have to put Doomsday on the mothership. That seems too cool. Doesn't look like it got on though.
No. It was the same day as like the Legacy Challenge, so all the stuff that they posted came from that instead.
Yeah. Lame.
Which I get it. It's a bigger tournament.
Yeah. Still. But Doomsday 5-0'd.
Yeah.
or sorry, I've learned something different. Sad Meatballs 5-0'd.
Yeah. I will have plenty of time to add that to the spreadsheet as soon as ski season is over.
Hey, that's this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunday's last day.
And then Matt might even come and like play some Doomsday in the store on Tuesdays.
Yeah, I might get a chance to play in real life.
That would be interesting. Matt playing Magic again. Whoa.
What is the world coming to?
Yeah. So little did we know, it actually takes 5 full minutes to shuffle.
Well, yeah. Yeah, make sure they're nice and random.
Mm-hmm.
Bizarro Stormy is pretty cool. Yep.
What was that?
I would be lying if I said that I know the exact deck list, but it's a really weird version of Storm.
Of Storm?
Yeah.
I have not heard of that. I'm sure Hackbird will throw us a list. He'll be like, you guys need to know this.
Oh, yeah. Hackbird can fill us in.
Mm-hmm. All right, starting things off, we've got a Deathrite Shaman.
Oh, it's the right play.
Policeman himself.
Luck skill Deathrite. Yeah.
Shallow Grave Magus of the Mind.
Oh,
yeah, you were mentioning
what
something
we were
about
talking about before the stream, yeah.
And then do it again.
Yeah, playing Magus of the Will as well, right? Like, then profit.
we did play a Gristle Storm deck at one point that had Magus of the Will,
mm-hmm.
and it was a Shallow Grave deck. So like we've gone off with Magus of the Will like that before. That was a mono black deck though,
mm-hmm.
so I'd like to see it go off with Magus of the Mind.
There have been some kind of weird Tin Finsy lists that have been running weird combinations like Doomsday in the sideboard and stuff like that. And there's also that Living Wish build that had the Labman kill in it.
Oh, that's funny. Activating for 3 is too much. Okay, so Liliana comes down, and it resolves. So I feel like Remy's really far behind.
It'll really depend on what he can muster here. Liliana is a bit of a problem, but I'd be much more concerned about like if Remy could get down like a Tez or something. You see Chalice in hand.
Might have to be the play. There may not be anything else.
So Chalice for 1.
But this is a deck that could potentially beat Liliana's ult.
You see Tez in hand. Yeah, so
Ensnaring Bridge.
You could wipe away the tokens with an explosives or something like that. Less likely because you've got your own chalices to deal with.
Right.
But it's possible. Kevin's hand, we see Edict, Tarn, Brainstorm. Didn't quite catch that last card.
A Snapcaster and a Pyroblast. Interestingly enough, I think there is a Force of Will in Remy's hand.
Yeah, I think he's trying not to use that Tez to pay for it though.
Okay. I think it might have been worth it to keep Liliana off the board, but I'm not sure. Because he just drew an Ancient Tomb, which is good, but
still off of black mana.
Is it blue-black Tez or Grixis? I believe it's blue-black. We haven't seen any red.
Yeah, I haven't seen any red. Man, that would be so cool. I'm imagining like a Tez list with like some Duretti shenanigans.
Okay,
that'd be kind of cool.
The Tezzeret, Grixis Tezzeret is the most common way to build it.
Mm-hmm. All right, Chalice on 2 coming down.
So
no, Chalice on 1.
Yeah. So 2.
Excuse me. He played the
Dimir Signet and then
Signet this turn.
Played another 1 on 1.
Yeah.
Which is good. This is gonna keep Pyroblast from taking out this Tezzeret that's gonna come down this next turn, and it doesn't look like Kevin has anything for the Tezzeret. However, Liliana is getting there.
It's getting up there.
Ooh. That attack for 1.
Squire beat down for days. It'll be interesting to see what Remy does with the Tez. He might be thinking that he can turn one of those chalices into a 5/5 and attack Lily, and that's going to be problematic because that's going to eat an edict if that happens.
Definitely. I think this is the play he's going to go for anyway, though.
So here comes Tez.
He's like, yeah, I gain a life. Card's so good. Inventor's Fair. It's your run-of-the-mill standard card.
That Inventor's Fair is going to be quite crucial, though. It is going to allow him to fetch up something like an Ensnaring Bridge to deal with those tokens if it does ult. Spyglass. Okay. So, making a good play here, realizing that he might get blown out if he tries to attack that Tez, goes and gets
he even had the Ancient Tomb, so he gets to cast this. Ooh.
Yeah, deal with the Liliana that way. Take a look at that hand.
This would be a great hand if Chalice wasn't on 1.
Yeah,
like all he's got is Snapcaster, and there's nothing to use Snapcaster for, so he's just kind of waiting to Diabolic Edict something. And here Deathrite just has nothing to do.
Well, and now with no pressure, that Deathrite's looking pretty anemic.
You've got to just throw this Ponder and Pyroblast in, right? Just to get some
activations. I don't think that's going to do it.
No, but do more than, I don't know.
I'd be tempted to throw down on a Snapcaster to just get some beats going.
Anyone here that is afraid of scary animals on cards? No?
Depends on what kind of animal.
I had a friend who
I'm not a big fan of spiders.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I have a friend who's an arachnophobic, so he hates all the spider cards.
Yeah, not a big fan of spiders. Some of them are okay. Like, usually the depictions on them on Magic cards are fine, but not a big fan. Not a big fan.
They're not really of this world, so. Alright, Ancient Tomb number 2.
And that's a lot of mana that can be pumped into a Chalice.
Yeah. Alright, so using that Signet to get a blue and a black to cast this Baleful Strix.
Draws a Force off of it. That's pretty good. So we're going to see an Edict.
Kind of just let this resolve, I feel. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, just Force.
Force, pitch, Force.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I don't think that's something he needed to force, but whatever.
Kind of sloppy, I think, to do that Also, sloppy sequencing on Kevin's side. If he wanted to make that play, he should do it with the trigger on the stack for the draw, I think.
Yeah.
But
okay, so 4 mana. Here's a Chalice on 2. Now things are looking pretty locked up.
6. So that.
In response, he didn't play the Snapcaster either.
Yeah. Huh.
Not that it would have done a lot, but still. Oh, maybe he is saying he's responding. If Remy lets him.
Yeah.
Back up for a minute.
So currently, Tez can deal 12 damage on board, but he has to find a way where he can get that Tez up a little bit higher. So I think what you'll probably see is trying to get enough mana to activate and find a Ensnaring Bridge, cast Ensnaring Bridge, and then up that Tez to ult, which would be pretty close.
Yeah. Not sure. He's cracking all 3 of his fetches here. Yeah, and getting the Snapcaster into play before this this Chalice on 2 comes in. Not sure why he cracked all the fetches, but he cracked them.
When in Rome.
Situation's not looking good, so I'm not sure. And what can he even get right here? Like, Colgan's Command's got to be his best
Colgan's
draw.
Command is definitely your best draw. Bloodstained Mire is definitely not your best draw.
Borderline worst.
It's a little bit less feel batty than a 1-drop, I think, but not by much.
How did we do at the GP? I did very poorly. Matt did not go.
Yep.
In fact,
yeah.
No. Yeah, most of us did quite poorly. It was rough. I lost to a 2020 a lot.
Play my Ponder. Okay. Gets countered. Okay. Thinking pass turn. Pass his turn. Trigger gain a life.
It's pretty important considering those ancient tombs deal damage to you.
Oh yeah.
Even just like 1 life here and there. It's
a free ancient tomb activation every other turn.
Yeah, I was on Jund. It was a rough tournament for me. I felt like I played well, and I felt like I don't know, just couldn't get there.
There's a transmute artifact.
That's a good card.
You can't get it off of the Tez, but that'd be a good draw.
Manifest Destiny only went 5-3.
Aww.
You probably did better than most of us, Fox. Oh, Fox is here. Speaking of that, look, Fox. Check it out. Yeah.
Luck skill Deathrite. Deathrite not doing his job here though.
No. It's because he forgot the luck part and the skill part. You got the Deathrite. Got the Deathrite. But it's these two. Yeah, and then this shoulder, we've got our Paragon logo.
On the back, it's got the Twitch link.
I don't know if you can see. Yeah, maybe.
Ooh. Yep.
Pretty sweet shirts. Whoa.
Just got computer back after it died during GP. Oh man.
Well, glad to hear you got your computer back.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Or whatever we're doing. All right.
So, Deathrite.
He goes trigger. both go on the stack.
This ult should be enough, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Not quite.
It's close, but he's okay. So he's got a Sorcerer's Spyglass in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So if he draws another artifact, he can get there.
Yeah.
That and like this Academy Ruins or whatever is actually doing a lot more. And it, oh, he has an artifact land actually.
Yeah, I counted that.
Oh, did you count the signet?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 14 damage. So he just needs to play an artifact and ult.
Ah, I missed the Spyglass on board.
Yeah.
You're right. So just play out another Spyglass and ult.
No! He's going the safe route for some odd reason.
That seems... Yeah. I don't know. Seems like playing with your food.
Yeah, a little. Definitely not sure what he's worried about here. It's another Sea of Synod.
True, yeah.
Oh no. Although the seat does matter. So this is a red elemental blast. Like that's not doing anything.
Yeah.
And so he has 16 damage worth off the Tezzeret ult right now. It's so weird. He had perfect information last turn. He could have just gone for it. And now he could just take this 2 and let Tezzeret die, or he can let the Belfast Strix die and then like play Sorcerer Spyglass next turn and kill.
Yeah, same thing. He can even
or he can Notion Thief
Notion
and block.
Thief. Notion Thief with the block.
So just to be clear, this Snapcaster was cast, no value.
Yeah.
And then we see a flash in Notion Thief, no value. trade with
Ambush Viper versus like
bad Ambush Viper.
Ambush Viper. All right, second Tez drawn. This has to be it, right? Like use ult Tez and you've got backup Tez if you need it.
Yeah, HC Fox, we can pull it up a little later. I know that you've made a couple of adjustments to it, but we should still have it built on MTGO. I could pull it up.
There you go.
All right, that'll do.
All right, so Remy takes that match.
Nice. Maybe we can see a little bit more Tezzeret today. That'd be great. We have so much to do between rounds. Now we gotta show off Manifest Destiny. Not only that, but Matt has to tell us about his 5-0 with Doomsday. Oh my goodness. Never before have I wanted downtime, but I do. I want downtime.
All right, so we have a Stoneforge in play versus double Deathrite and a Strix and a Liliana being added to the board now.
Oh my goodness, the Monarch is on the board.
Oh man.
Calvin's the Monarch. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What have we just walked into?
Calvin is the Monarch. King in the castle.
Yeah, and Liliana just gets to lock down a creature every turn.
Yep.
Vile doesn't seem to have anything going for it at the moment.
Okay, so we've got Batterskull in hand. Sword's gonna be cast here on one of the Deathrites.
for sure, HC Fox. Oh, I was laughing so hard. Like somebody was like, they printed Counterspell into Dominaria, and I was like, they did not print Counterspell. And then they show me the card. I'm like, that's not Counterspell. Seems like a fine card. Calvin is king in Dominaria. I'm so excited for the pre-release tonight, guys. I registered for 3 pre-releases. I'm psyched, and I hate 2HG. So, and I registered for 1. What does that tell you?
Wow.
I know. It means I might like this set. Let's hope.
I think it's gonna be a good one.
I really like playing limited. I don't think I'm very good at it, but I really enjoy it.
And to be honest, there's not enough times where you get to play sealed, right? Like,
it's true. It's at a GP or at a pre-release.
Pre-releases are one of the few events where you get to play sealed, and to play it with people around your community.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
No changes. No changes.
No changes in any format. Wow, he really hasn't had a computer. Derek's missing his Aether Vial triggers. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was intentionally missing that or not. I can't think of a reason to keep it on 0.
0, no. He has a die on top of his deck now. He probably realized after he missed it the second time, and it's like, okay, I need to do something about this.
Yeah. That being said, the last card in his hand is Flicker Wisp, so
could have mattered.
Definitely could have mattered.
Fox thought they were going to ban cards to keep Scarab God good.
Uh-huh.
It's all it ever needed. It's all standard ever needed. Okay, so now that Batterskull's on the board, Calvin does need to consider, you know, what do we need to do? What do we need to do to keep the Monarch? Because that is how he's going to win the game. Drawing an extra card.
George Lopez, thanks for the follow.
Yeah, appreciate it. All right, now we got a K command. So being tapped out, this is going to take care of Stoneforge Mystic as well as Batterskull. So bye Germ, bye Stoneforge Mystic, and now there's no creatures. Vial's going to be maximum 1. He's got a port and nothing else. Like, okay, Flicker Wisp can be cast, but I don't see that doing anything. This is a Jace, bit of a glare on it, but looks like Calvin's going to take this game. Maybe we'll get a game 3, or maybe this is game 3. Not sure.
Yeah, things are looking good for Deathrite Shaman.
Sounds like Calvin brought the luck, the skill, and the Deathrite.
It's a very bold combo.
What a pro!
Whoa!
Yeah, weird. What a weird combo.
All right, looks like Derek's gonna pack that one in.
Yeah, they probably have a little more time than what our round end says. I think they got started a little later, but yeah, I think they'll probably have closer to 15 minutes for game 3. So.
How's it going?
Bryce. Bryce came into the stream room before we started getting the stream all set up, and he comes in with his Lex Skill Deathrite shirt, and he goes, look, and I was like, I need that.
Definitely.
He's like, you should probably go get one. So I did. I was gonna wear the same hoodie that you have on, and then this whole thing happened.
Luck Skill Deathrite.
Mm-hmm. We have had a lot of Grixis Delver and 4-color in our legacy tournaments recently.
Mm-hmm. What beats LSD?
Another LSD? I don't know. Tell me.
Cavern on Unicorn.
Surely.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Cavern on Unicorn. That's a good one. Solid place. So, yeah. Deathrite is the turn 1, and that's going to get immediately swords.
Yeah, no hesitation there. Like, he had that swords in his hand, and he knew what it was for.
I'd be interested to see what the stats are for Force of Willing a Deathrite Shaman on 1, and how that affects the game.
It's probably close to 50-50.
Yeah. Calvin does have the basic, which is good protection against Wasteland here. It doesn't play Campbell.
Oh, lands! Oh wait, no, that plays gamble. Shoot.
Price of Progress would be a good one. POP.
Oh no. Oh,
Rip Helm. Yeah. Rip Helm's pretty good.
Alright, so Batterskull's in hand, and he probably needs to get this. Yeah, he needs to get this off the board.
Yeah.
He can't deal with the Batterskull right now, so unicorns are kind of scary. I have never encountered a unicorn in my life, so I really wouldn't know. But I'll trust you on that one. All the unicorns that I see in Magic, like the one that just got printed in Dominaria, was like Mesa unicorn or something. Like
yeah.
Its flavor text says it like helps people or whatever. What did it say? Now I have to find it. Sorry, now I have to like prove that they're not scary. What is wrong with me? Don't answer that.
Sanctum Prelate coming down. And what number do you think that's naming? Probably
it's gotta
1
be,
or 2.
It's got to be 1. Just turn off all their cantrips. Oh no. Okay. Maybe. Oh,
probably
maybe
2.
Maybe 3. Maybe it's on Colgan's command. 3.
Could be on 3.
That is a 3. Okay.
Sweet.
Awesome. Using our dice. Love it. Yeah, so Mesa Unicorn. 2 mana, 2/2 lifelink. And then the flavor text says, the unicorns of Circe are a manifestation of Sarah's joy and compassion. They frolic and dance like children, offering blessings to anyone they encounter. Huh.
I don't know. That sounds pretty scary.
You think that's scary?
Have you seen children dance?
Yeah? Oh yeah, that is terrifying. Alright, so we got a Thoughtseize. Yes, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Thoughtseize.
Banisher Priest.
Interesting. Yeah, that's not usually in Death and Taxes for sure.
Yeah, so, this is kind of an interesting list that Derek's on here. It's not your solid stock, but...
So he actually takes the Banisher Priest, leaves the 2 Recruiter of the Guard, and the Batterskull. What does that tell you when they leave? Like, yeah, leave the Batterskull. I mean, he needs 2 lands, right? But
I mean, yeah, it could mean that he has an answer in hand. It could be that he just wants more time, and that he has a threat to play, like either another Deathrite or looks like we saw a Strix in hand that he doesn't want to get hit.
So it doesn't look like there was a land draw for Derek. We didn't get to see what he drew, but Recruiter of the Guard is going to come in. I think if he drew a land, he probably would have wanted to play it and wasteland something here. Just keep Calvin off of the colors. Probably take out that drop. What's the card he picked? Spirit of the Labyrinth.
Yeah. Spirit of the Labyrinth. So 3/1 makes it so your opponent can only draw 1 card per turn.
Oh, the card he picked off of Thoughtseize. This is Banisher Priest. It's a 3-mana 2/2 that exiles a creature when it comes into play, and when it leaves play, the creature goes back.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
We can put that up on screen.
Man, if I can find all the things.
There you go.
I don't know why I pulled up a dual deck. There's Banisher Priest. So this is the 2/2 version. There's also Fiend Hunter, which does something similar, but it separates the come into play from lead play.
Sure.
And then it's a 1/3. So
what's interesting about this one is you don't get the shenanigans of being able to kill it while the trigger's on the stack and permanently exile a creature.
Is that worth the extra power?
I don't think so. I think I'd rather have the trick, but 2/2 is a little bit better of a beater, that's for sure.
So attacking with the 1/1 here, it's not terribly exciting, but it does trade off with the Belfastrix. That's surprising.
Kind of surprising here as well to see planes left open. That's kind of telegraphing that there's a path to, or swords. Otherwise, you would probably want to use that Wasteland, but
maybe that's what you want your opponent to think. All right, Fatal Push is going to take out Spirit of the Labyrinth. Oh, there you go, True Nightmare. Okay, so there is a reason. Recruiter can't get Fiend Hunter because it has 3 toughness.
Sense. Yeah.
Okay.
That does make sense. That would be a good reason. Looks like Disenchant was the draw.
And neither is better than Jailer. Yeah, Jailer's insane.
Yeah.
For sure. It looks like it benefited Calvin last game though. Calvin had the Monarch from
the
time that we tuned in. So
Strick's doing quite the job of becoming king of the castle.
There, counterspell has all the original foils. Of what? Did I miss something?
What do you have the original foils of? Expeditions are way up in money at the moment.
I don't know. It'd be cool. Depends if that's what you want to put your money on.
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the Invocation Thoughtseize. I'm not a huge fan of the Invocations in general. The arts on them are pretty cool, but the borders and the like are kind of annoying in my mind. But if you like them, you should go for it. And I love the Expeditions. I think they look great.
Yeah,
if you want to spend that and go for that, then I'd say do it.
Wait until Expedition Misty Art comes out in a non-foil. I would expect that to happen.
Yeah.
I really would. I don't know when. It could be years from now, but I would expect it to happen.
Could see that happening in like a Modern Masters printing.
Mm-hmm.
Billie Jean, that's a good one.
Thanks for letting us know, Bryce. Brian, hi again. Wow, Brian, it's been so long.
Welcome back.
2 games later.
Brian, are you playing Moto? You're 1 and 2.
Now I am. Okay, Jitte looks pretty good on this board. MM 2019. They'd have to do fetches again, right? I don't know if they're going to do that. I feel like Modern Masters is going to reprint the
they might.
The Raging Ravine.
Yeah. The Manland Cycle. Yeah.
I'm surprised that one hasn't been reprinted yet from World Wake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lots of interesting stuff that you can get in reprints coming up. All right, so
Snapcaster on Fatal Push. This is going to take care of Stoneforge Mystic. Once again, just keeping that Batterskull off the board. But, you know, Derek's going to find a 5th line eventually.
Containment Priest is kind of an interesting one.
Yeah, what's that doing in this matchup?
So Jace is going to Brainstorm.
That's just a 2/2 flash in this matchup, isn't it?
Yeah. Can't think of it doing much.
Masterpiece Masters? Yeah. Yeah, that's totally going to be a thing.
Masterpiece Masters.
Settle down.
So Calvin, with plenty of action still in hand, we've got Snapcasters, we've got to be some number of threats. I'm just kind of looking around.
$100 packs. Oh my god.
People would still buy it.
Yeah, they would.
They would. People would still buy that. All right, so starting things off here with a hymn.
He's probably going take Batterskull.
Pick two, any two. That one and that one.
Flicker Wisp and was that Batterskull?
It might have been.
Or was it land?
Hard to tell.
I cannot tell from here. It's a wasteland. Back to 8 cards per pack. Oh, no. Can always count on Bryce and Brian to come up with the worst ideas ever. Alright. There's a Thalia. And
Jite. That Jite would not be castable in this order.
Yeah, so I think he just said to Calvin, he's like, sorry, I wanna cast this one first. And Calvin's like, whatever.
Full non-foil basic land. That could be kind of sick if they did that with like some of the old basic lands, like the like APAC style or arena style or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be really
kind
cool.
of sweet. Champagne and Legacy. HC Fox with the expensive taste over here.
Champagne's only good when you have somebody to share it with, so.
What's the celebration, HC Fox? Other than
your computer.
Your computer getting back.
Getting back into the world. Actually, no, I think we get it.
Yep.
Answered our own question.
All right, so kind of an interesting block there. Recruiter of the Guard jumping in front of a Snapcaster. I was really expecting that Thalia would come in and block, but I don't know. Maybe he's worried about something there. I can't think of a spell that wouldn't already kill the creature that would punish that block.
Yeah. He's probably wishing that he fatal pushed the Sanctum Prelate earlier. And he's got Toxic Deluge in hand, and man, I'm pretty sure he would love to cast that card.
If he ever wanted to, he could just bounce it with Jace and then get rid of.
Wait,
what?
Whoa.
Yeah, we're backing that up.
Bryce, you were supposed to. Come on, you're a table judge.
All right, I'm gonna back up real quick.
So
Our poor Derek is like, sorry, this is my first time playing this deck.
Okay, so what?
So wait, they haven't backed up?
I think they Jace minus bounce prelate and then cast the.
And then cast it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where we're at. I was just kind of confused by where that prelate was going. So.
Wow, Brian won that match quickly.
Wow.
He's 2-2.
The 3-2 dream is alive.
Come on, Brian, food the chain. The food chain.
I don't know though. With a name like the Honorary Ocelot, that's a hard name to beat.
Yeah, there's no way he's beating that person. You're playing Brawl?
How do you play Food Chain in Brawl?
Yeah, how do you do that? Is Brawl an official format online now?
It is.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But yes, he will food the chain. Alright, so Signet Prelate comes down on 1. But Jace seems to be ready to just take this one easily.
Jace is a good answer there, and here comes Liliana.
Keep all the power off of this card, so Jitte doesn't do a whole lot in the Sanctum Prelate.
Paradox combo.
Obviously, he's doing well with the Paradox combo. I mean, he's 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a whole lot better.
All right, Jailer comes down. And Snapcaster.
Brian, I wouldn't know. I've been sorting cards all day. How am I supposed to know?
And I think Calvin got that one.
Yeah, I think so. Liliana really shuts down Death and Taxes.
Yep.
And once the board's wiped and you have 2 planeswalkers on the board, one that can bounce your creature and the other one that can keep keep everything
for sure
else irrelevant.
Not to mention all the crazy shenanigans you can do with active Jason play and Snapcaster Mage. Snapcaster, cast my spell, bounce Snapcaster, recast Snapcaster, cast another spell.
Yeah. Wait, so Brian, Brawl is 1v1 online? I could have sworn when they announced that they were saying that it was a multiplayer format. Look at this. We're already getting our next roundup. Oh,
wow.
They are on it. We've got Terry and Remy. Oh, let's take a look at Tez again. We have to, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then Travis and Corey. So I think that's probably 4-color versus Burn.
Sweet.
All right.
More Tez action.
Oh, yeah. Makes for a happy Kyer. These guys are getting packed up. I'll get things switched over here. Oh, there you go. You can look at our nice faces for a moment while I get things all switched over.
All right.
So we had no downtime. So because we had no downtime, Matt's not allowed to talk about Doomsday. And we're not allowed to talk about Manifest Destiny either. So
we got nothing to talk about then.
Yeah, sucks.
How are we gonna fill all this downtime?
What downtime? People are about to sit down.
Hustle. Get over to that new match. Might have less downtime than Magic Online today.
Whoa. Alright, so Terry. We need a good nickname for Terry. I wonder if he's playing Canadian Threshold today or if he's on Grixis.
Canadian Thresh would be sweet.
Yeah, he's been wanting to take a challenge, play something a little less traditional as far as current meta goes.
Ban everything new bordered in Legacy. Resume cards with Dominaria. That'd be sweet.
That would be really interesting.
That'd be kind of a cool dichotomy. You'd have the break, like, how Modern was supposed to be the break where the new border was the starting point.
Yeah.
And like the old border.
Is that Mirrodin? Mirrodin 8 dead?
Yeah. Like 8 dead. Mm-hmm. So what if there was Legacy as the format where you can only play old bordered cards?
That would change everything.
Yeah.
That's one way to ban Death, right?
Well, think about it. You couldn't have Miracles.
Nope. Most decks you couldn't have.
Yeah.
I don't think any card or any deck right now is playing with only old border cards.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong about that.
I suppose like the closest you could get 93, 94.
Because that's way different though. 93, 94 is way different.
Ban all the main win cons. Yeah, that's a way to shake up the format.
You're like, all right, we're gonna take the top.
Tendrils of Agony is banned.
Well, yeah, what
Gristlebrand is banned.
Oh, yeah, Emrakul's banned.
Emrakul is banned.
Delver is banned.
Delver is banned.
Gurmag Gigaluder banned. Pretty much, if it's a creature and it can attack.
If it's a creature and can attack, it's banned.
It's just...
And also non-creatures that win the game are banned.
Yep, all of it. Then we'd have a real Magic format. Something the people deserve. Oh, jeez. Alright.
Mono green food chain.
I had somebody come up to me today. Sorry, food chain reminded me of Squee. So the new Squee card, people... I had somebody come up to me and they're like, so do you think that the new Squee could be like a value creature in Jund? I was like, no.
No.
I was like, no. No, that can't be a thing. No more Scumcaster Mages. Yep. That card's too good.
I do wish they would bring back the Invitational, though, and bring back Invitational cards, because those cards are sweet.
They would be cool.
As it turns out, people who play competitive Magic have some pretty fun ideas about cards that can be competitive.
Yeah. Squee Bardment out of Alarin. Oh yeah, it's a 3-card combo.
Pretty janky.
Starfire, thank you so much for the follow.
Alright. Opening hands being drawn. And Terry starting us off. Volcanic Island into a Ponder.
You see Delver land.
And land. This does look like Grixis from what I see so far.
Sure does.
So land go from Remy.
It's got to be Grixis because we haven't seen a Nimble Mongoose yet.
That's true. Very true.
All right.
Delver is going to get forced.
Whoa. So this does say something. Like Remy very clearly has a slow hand, and because that's the only reason I could possibly see forcing this.
Yeah.
And he's throwing away a Belfastrix as well.
Yep.
So
yeah, kind of surprising, but we'll see how it goes. Here comes a Signet.
you know what card I want to see out of Remy? The Abyss.
That'd be pretty hot.
That's what I want to see. That's just a card that's not on camera nearly enough.
I wonder why.
Because it spiked and it's like $1 million.
Possibly something to do with the cost.
No, that couldn't be it.
Looks like Remy has another force in hand. Doesn't look like he has a card to back that up, though.
Yeah, I think most Tez decks do have a lower blue count than most Force Field decks.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but a lot of their blue cards they don't want to get rid of.
Yeah, he's got Tez.
Yeah, and he wants to cast that too.
Yep.
That is not something he's gonna be too excited about getting rid of. So, all right. So Gitaxian Probe draws another Gitaxian Probe, and he's just gonna fire that off now.
Loop has been established.
Yep, and we've got a Wasteland taking out Seed of Synod, and that'll keep Remy off for a turn unless the Soul Land's drawn immediately, which it doesn't look that way. Chalice, okay, Chalice on one. Yep, response. Okay.
All right. Yeah, Filthy Pleb, I'm in the same spot. Should have bought my LEDs sooner.
Okay. Okay. Use Academy to put Seed of Synod back on top of the library.
Yep.
Maybe not the right land to Wasteland, but I guess Academy Ruins hadn't been played yet.
Yeah. I think it makes sense. You're just trying to.
Yeah, you want to take them off their artifact count.
Take them off.
Oh, was that also the only land to hit?
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
It was the only land in play to hit.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize it was a swamp that was under. All right. So there was not a blue card in Terry's hand when Tezzeret came down, besides the Force of Will, and he does draw a Delver. And Remy's getting there.
Yeah, those pesky 1-drops are definitely being held at bay by that Chalice.
I should be more concerned about the beta masks that I can't afford right now. You're right. I'm sorry, Fox. I don't know what I was thinking. Look at that, and he had the sword. Okay, so he's got everything. He's got everything he needs. All he needs to do is outrace a Trinium Nemesis. Now, I don't know about you, but that seems like a really easy thing for Thopter Sword to do.
See how many artifacts he can get into play if he does this. So Tez is going to uptick.
Bridge
Gets a bridge. Strong.
Really
strong cards.
Yeah.
Plays a land. Down to 3 cards in hand. If he casts one more card out of his hand, now that True Name can't attack.
Yeah, he hasn't cast the bridge yet, right?
No.
No.
He's gonna though. Crack fetch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this worth a Force of Will though?
It might be.
Yeah, I think so. I'm actually kind of surprised by this line. I don't think he needed to do anything. I think he could have just plussed.
I think he just wants to keep that Tez in line, and he can't attack that Tez if Bridge is going.
Yeah, I mean Bridge is a fine thing to have, but my mind's just going, well, why not just gain a bunch of life, kill your opponent?
Yeah, keeping Tez from ulting here is definitely keeping Terry alive.
Yeah, you're right, Fox. Why isn't he playing Tecatli Honor Guard? I makes no sense.
I think Remy has a second bridge.
Is that what he drew?
I think.
Okay, he's probably just gonna take the vault here. Yeah. Take Vault of Whispers.
I think he got it back. I think he got bridge back from the yard.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Academy seems really good.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so Terry sees the writing on the wall. He's just gonna scoop it up. So this is just kind of a combination of having the Thopter Sword combo.
Yep.
You know, it's not a combo that wins the game immediately, but man, it's hard to interact with, and racing it is near impossible.
Man, Academy Ruins doing a ton of work that game.
Seriously, he had everything.
Super heavy lifting.
Academy Ruins, he had the bridge, he had Thopter Sword combo, and he had a Tezzeret that was activating.
And he had a Force early on.
Jeez.
Force on Delver.
Yeah, that was really, really crazy. All right, let's take a look at our backup match. No one's there.
Gone.
Unless the camera's like not working for some reason.
Nope.
All right, well,
gone.
shuffle cam it is.
Shuffle cam.
Travis and Corey are like, no way. No. They're like, I don't want to do this. Look at that. We might have some downtime then.
Oh man.
Jeez.
Let's not get too hasty on that.
You're right. Yeah, you're games 2 and 3 are just gonna take forever. Looks like Terry does have some ancient grudges to bring in.
Manifest Destiny or Doomsday. Ooh.
Well, I know what Matt would say, and I know what Fox would say. So is this a question for me?
I think it's a question for Chad. Hi, Les.
Hey, what's up, Les?
Why choose Mash 'em Up? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, can't wait to see that one. Attack you with my Doomsday.
Tapped and attacking.
Oh man. Les, I hope you're enjoying your basic lands.
5 enlightened.
I was pretty happy when I found them.
Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta win quick once. Doomsday, Brainstorm into the pile, cast Dreadnought, Stifle.
That's a plan right there. There's no way they can beat that. Awesome, and yeah, so we had a buy, and so some of the Lightning Odyssey foil planes came in.
Nice.
They're real pretty. I snagged one for myself, and then Les came in, grabbed the other 4. Oh, oh. Now that's how you keep your basic land game on. I don't know how often you're going to be using a planes, but still.
Basic land game on point.
Odyssey Plains number 333. Watching live from the Bees game. Wow, is our stream while they're shuffling more entertaining than the Bees game? Sounds like basic. No, I'm kidding.
Calm down. Calm down.
This is basketball and hockey season right now. I know that your season's just getting started up and it's cute and whatnot, but these are the playoffs. We can't be focused on baseball, okay?
Right, so opening hands being drawn. I saw a daze in Terry's hand. Terry's going to keep his hand and start off with a Delver. Manifesting a lab man. Nice.
I'm flipping it.
I like it.
It's funny. He chose a real Delver this time. Okay, so this is a
explosive on 1.
Okay, EE on 1, and this does turn on Mox Opal. It looks like he just passes the turn.
So he's saying
days.
Yeah. It doesn't resolve, so you don't have the mana off of your
Okay, yeah. Force pitching Padeem on the days.
Okay.
Wow, that's a good days.
Yeah.
What's happened? Chat is on the wrong side of the screen.
That's usually where chat is on our stream.
Yeah. We used to have it on the other side. That was a while ago, though.
Need more room for Found It. We haven't had a search for Azcanta in a while.
No, we really haven't. Doesn't mean you can't still find things, though. It doesn't have to be Azcanta.
It's true.
Sometimes you need a good top deck, and you got to find it.
We'll find the line.
Yeah. There's always finding to do in Magic. Thus, our found it emote.
So, kind of interesting with the way that Engineered Explosives works now, as opposed to the way it used to be. Remy would have had to lose his Mox Opal to clear away this this Delver, but now he doesn't have to. He's keep it around. Explosives is on 1, so and that'll get the backside of the Delver. I kind of wonder how much that rule change affected decks like this.
Probably not too much, but yeah, I mean, he really would have lost the Opal as well. Yeah, you've got to get rid of this Delver now. I think he's got 2 Lodestone Golems in hand and a land.
Yeah.
Okay, he decided not to. That's really strange. Why wouldn't you crack E either?
Yeah, I think it's a little greedy to try and wait and get more value off of the.
Oh, I know why.
E.
No, he cracks EE and he doesn't have Opal for this turn. So,
true. Yeah.
So
okay.
he doesn't. Okay.
So it's shutting him off of the mana, artifact mana.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So now that he'll have a Lodestone Golem, he can probably fire that off this next turn. But man, he's in a lot of trouble.
All right, tap 4 lands, play a Lodestone. Still feeling pretty far behind here, I'd imagine.
So the Filthy Pleb, you didn't find it, is what you're saying. I mean, Lodestone Golem definitely doesn't look awful here. There's no Bolt in Terry's hand, and he's only got 2 lands in play. It looks like he's gonna get a 3rd land and a Deathrite in this turn, though.
Well, might wait on the Deathrite. Probably
until after.
Probably okay. Brainstorm. Looks like he's just gonna pass the turn. If Lodestone attacks, do you threaten a trade? Now this is gonna force a Brainstorm.
Yeah, it's got to. 2 mana for the Brainstorm. Get an Elemental. Cabal Therapy, Deathrite. Deathrite? So no fetches. He's locked, and he just drew 3 1-drops and already had 1 in hand.
Yep, none of those are ideal. That's gonna be a hard thing to grind through for Terry, especially with what we know of the second Lodestone in hand.
Oh, he did have a fetch. Okay. I definitely missed that in his hand.
That's pretty big. That's pretty big.
Yeah, Chris, we got a Tez deck, and he creamed his round 1 as well. All right, so now getting rid of that Delver. All right, so he's at least able to get rid of a couple things, but True-Name's going to be an issue. He's at 8.
Yeah, True Name plus some tokens might be enough to kind of get there. Doesn't matter if the spell resolves; you can still get your activations out of Young Pyro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lodestone number 2, and can't attack. You can just be throwing it into True Name.
Mm-hmm.
Mini Progenitus himself. A fetch land off the top. Probably not exactly what Terry wanted to see there. Is this?
So just doing a value, gain a token.
So what does he need? Toxic Deluge? Do you think he has something like that?
Toxic Deluge, Marsh Casualty, something like that. Doesn't look like he has it. He's gonna take a look at the hand of 2 Deathrites and say, "Yep."
Yeah, Chalice is doing its job, but now he can't attack because if he does, I believe he dies.
Probably named Flooded Strand. Is my guess. Or is it non-land?
No, it's a Pithing Needle.
Yeah,
it can name Flooded Strand.
In for 3. Last turn to find something here. Bridge would be a good draw.
Bridge would be a good draw.
And it's a chalice, so that's going to be the game.
All right.
And we'll await game 3. Delver doing Delver.
We do not have a backup match. Empty table. Oh look, there's a water bottle. Not as empty as I thought. No magic going on though. Why would he shuffle away spells and not Death Ray? I don't think he did. We didn't see what he shuffled away as Sun Dodger. We knew he just had a bunch of one drops.
I think yeah. Off of the brainstorm, it was what? Therapy, Delver, or Therapy, Death Rate.
Yeah, and he kept all 3. Yeah, I'm not sure what his hand would have had to be. I think he did shuffle away a Delver.
Could have been like Delver Land or something like that.
Blue-black, as far as we know, Chris.
Yep. That's what it looks like. Have not seen any other red sources or anything like that, or any other color for that matter.
Yep, and the win cons seem to be just Tezzeret and Thopter Sword combo. Mm-hmm. So both great ways to win a game.
Oh yeah.
Maybe even the best ways to win a game. Maybe.
I don't know about that. It's close.
It's not close. No 3-mana Duretti.
No 3-mana.
No Dax. Nothing crazy like that.
The other day online, I ran up against a Tez deck, and they were running DAC and liquid metal coating to steal stuff, and that was kind of cute. But
it's adorable.
Yeah.
Hey, you can always make your liquid metal coating a creature later. You know, it keeps your artifact count a little higher. Mm-hmm. If you need to turn like a land into an artifact, it's like really good for Metalcraft and your Tezzeret artifact count.
True.
For ulting, so. Yeah, Zach liquid metal's fun.
Yeah.
I've definitely watched a couple games where somebody's like, all right, steal your Jace.
Got you good. Artifact Jace.
Jace, you've chosen the right side. Welcome to the team.
You're hired.
Really? That is the Chris. That's not the impression that I've been given from most of the people who play him. I've heard he's great. All right.
You'd think red would just give you access to a bunch more stuff, but Remy's showing that blue-black can be just as powerful on its own.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he might have better mana for it, to be honest. Like,
probably. He gets to run more.
You have to run a lot of like soul lands and stuff like that. So getting to a third color or fixing your colors is kind of problematic. Keeping your artifact count high, having to run cards like Seed to Synod and stuff like that, as opposed to actual duels and the like.
He still has some fetches in Undergrounds, but he definitely doesn't need them nearly as much.
Coat their land, then minus ready just to show them you can. I like it. I'm a big fan of putting the fear in people. I remember one time, it was around Return to Ravnica Standard.
Okay.
And I forget what I had in play, but my favorite thing to do was attack with like 0/1s and the like, and just be like, you won't do it, you won't block, you won't cast anything on this. Like, just look him dead in the eye and be like, you won't do anything about that.
They have creatures and you have a 0/1, you just like swing it.
I've certainly had people like think about it and think about it and think about it and then let it through.
The risk is not worth it.
And then play like a shame Selesnya charm after combat.
That was funny. You won't.
You won't.
Alright, what have we got here? Gitaxian Probe shows us Academy Runes, a Baleful Strix, a Trinisphere, a Dimir Signet, and an Ensnaring Bridge. A lot of good cards.
Stone Rain 2.0 extra defense point has a land that costs 2 less. They already printed that. It's called Crack the Earth.
Oh, there you go. If they have a land, it'd probably be more like Tech Edge, where it's like if they have 5 or more lands,
then it's free.
Yeah.
You won.
Prove it.
How would we know?
Yeah.
MTG Bot has not told us that you won, so it obviously didn't happen.
Right.
All right, Ponder is the play for Terry here. We see Days in hand, so he does have some backup. And there is exactly what you want to see on top, which is an Ancient Grudge and a Delver.
Yep, so, that seems great.
Yeah. Ancient Grudge seems pretty good against an artifact deck.
You let me resolve Paradox Engine.
Oh boy.
That was a silly thing to do.
Crack fetch, shuffle cut.
We're just gonna see the Dimir Signet this turn. I don't think.
Yeah. We saw how much work runes did in that previous game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a heavy lifter again this game, but Remy might be a little land shy.
Yeah, he might. Why would somebody elect to let Boris off? Somebody cast that card and you're just like,
yeah, fine.
Do your worst. It's the only explanation.
So taking a look.
Does he have a second Ancient Grudge? What is that?
I can't tell what that card is under. So
yeah, it is.
Yeah, here comes Grudge. Doing a timer.
Somebody not set up the timer for him?
I don't know.
This is what happens when Brian's not here. Nobody sets up the timer.
So Days on that force is pretty strong. Oh, ripped Soul Land. That's pretty good.
Yeah, still no black mana, but yeah.
Here comes Trinisphere.
Trinisphere with 1 land. And he can play around Days. This resolves. Oh,
Rough.
Oh, that is brutal.
That is rough. Now, pretty sure we'll see Terry able to get up to 3 lands, and there's no pressure on the board, so there's plenty of time.
Oh, I would have been
going.
He just drew Wasteland. You know how tempted I would have been to just hit the Ancient Tomb right there.
Yeah, Ancient Tomb or go after the ruins. Ballista for 2.
Well, that's clock.
That is a clock. There's an answer.
Yeah, I think Terry will be just fine.
I think this turn you just kind of have to Ancient Grudge, right? Get the Trinisphere off after the turn.
Yeah, he probably does.
And that'll allow you to bolt the Ballista.
Jeez.
But you're still going to have to deal with Academy runes. That's a good start. So Deathrite is the draw. I wouldn't be surprised to see bolt the Ballista, Wasteland the Ancient Tomb, and play a Deathrite. Something along those lines. Here comes Bolt on that Ballista. Deals 2 to Terry. Wasteland on the Academy rune. Another fine thing to do. Runes is going to activate, getting back Trinisphere. We know that Terry's okay with this. He's got the mana, and he's got more grudges to fight through.
He kind of does this all in like the complete opposite order of how it really happens.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Wasteland and Wasteland. Oh.
All right. So pretty good turn there for Terry. We know Trinisphere in hand for Remy. If he does draw another land, he gets to play that and make things a little bit harder to fight through. Looks like Ensnaring Bridge is the other card. What are we searching for?
I'm not sure. Did he accidentally shuffle?
Oh, he shuffled in the...
He shuffled Trinisphere into it.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Oh, the things that happen when you manipulate magic cards. Ooh, that's a Gurmag Angler. So for the first time in the game, Grixis Delver gets access to black mana.
Yep. And it's going to matter.
Thanks for the cheer, Batosai.
Brainstorm sees a young pyromancer. Good days. And I think. Okay.
What's that? The remnants of Terry's graveyard?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's an engineered explosives, it looks like.
That's gonna do close to nothing.
Yeah, Remy very far behind here. Really needing to draw something good that's gonna draw out a daze, and I'm a little bit surprised by that, to be honest. So I don't think that really matters too much. He's still presenting lethal in 2 turns, just like before. And Tez will seal the deal. Remy unable to cast his spells due to that double wasteland.
And there was another ancient grudge in Terry's hand. He had that one.
All right,
and just how we planned it. Well, there is no backup match, apparently, because apparently I don't know why. Oh hey, what were you showing us?
Luck, skill, Delver.
Delver. Wait.
Death Ray.
Oh, Death Ray.
That's the one.
I was getting it wrong. How's it going, Wes? All right. Well, let's
Hey, big man.
we've got like 15 minutes. Run us through. Talk about your legacy endeavors.
All right. So, I managed to 5-0 with Doomsday this past week, and that was awesome. Played against a lot of Reanimator, 2 black-red Reanimators, which is not an easy matchup for the deck. There's a lot of matchups that are kind of hard for the deck, but
Well, there's a reason Doomsday isn't like
oh yeah,
top tier right now. Right?
oh for sure. Like yeah, you're trading in a lot of your speed and your ability to handle threats for more versatility, and so usually you're going off around turn 3 or so. But one card that I was kind of trying out in the that league, and it was really amazing, was Tillman Performance out of the sideboard. And against black-red Reanimator, I was able to steal a Gristlebrand, mill their Gristlebrand, get it, and go off that way. And that was pretty awesome. Fought against a couple Storm decks and was able to Tillman them out as well, just kind of being faster with that. And what an all-star. pretty crazy. Was fortunate, didn't face much against 4-color or Grixis Delver, which is a really bad matchup for the deck. And it's probably a big reason why the deck isn't as good as it could be.
Yeah.
That matchup is just really hard. So for hard matchups, you're kind of siding into a empty the Warrens plan, trying to go that route, and then just trying to strip their hand of relevant cards with Cabal Therapies and the like.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm super stoked. It was really fun to play, and
hopefully we can
keep going with it.
Yeah. That's what's crazy though, is like when you were like, oh yeah, I think I'll play Doomsday. Like I'm like, that's the legacy deck you're gonna choose, huh?
Yeah.
And like a couple weeks later, you're like, I play mode. I figured it out.
The thing is, most of the lines aren't as complicated as people think. Like, there are some very standard sets of lines that you go through, and those are your bread and butter. And if you're going through with the common situations, that's what you're using. It's when you have to deviate from those lines that it gets really hard, and you have to think about everything, and like, how do you win, and like, how do you fight through this hate? Can you win this turn? Like, if you wait for a turn, is that better? Can you do it past the turn pile? Stuff like that. But for the most part, you're just trying to count to 10 like every other Storm deck. So
yeah. That's what's so crazy to me, is like that just doesn't seem like something you ever want to do past the turn pile. Like
it can be very useful against like decks that are solely based on discard for disruption.
Mm-hmm.
And don't necessarily have a fast enough clock. So decks like Turbo Depths is a deck where I'd consider doing past the turns, but past the turns are super risky. So you definitely don't want to rely on them.
They know how to interact with you. You just lose.
Mm-hmm.
MG Flory, yeah, I actually did 5-0 with that deck once upon a day. I actually did it on stream. So yes, I do have a little bit of experience with the Red Delver.
Deck's awesome.
I love it. It's actually like one of the highest decks on my list to play.
Fast clock with the Delver. It's kind of like Blue Burn, right?
It's counter burn.
Yeah.
Cast Pop versus Paul. Got around to what a record. There you go.
There you go.
That's all it takes. No, we actually have a Blue Red Delver player in our store. He usually does pretty well. Wants to take a look at your list? Yeah, sure.
Sure, Flory. We can look at your list.
Oh, until then, though. What was it? I think I was supposed to do this.
Crop rotate into Chasm. Yeah, that would be kind of a blowout.
supposed to pull up Manifest Destiny.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because I think Beta Counterspell and Fox wanted to take a look at it. So we gotta wait for Magic Online to
gotta update.
Yeah, it's gotta update. It's like, oh, Dominaria, that's a thing.
So new with Magic Online for all the legendaries, they changed them to the new border. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about them going back and changing the border of the cards from what it used to be to the new border?
Well, my first thought is, well, this is gonna be like the colorless mana thing, where like every card you see, like, get a reprint in the next couple years. If it's legendary, it's probably gonna have that border.
Yeah, I think that makes sense moving forward, but kind of going back and doing it is kind of weird to me. I don't know.
It's like cheating.
All right, let's see this counter.
4 Delver, 4 mana Sarasa Spear, 3 Young Pyro. I don't remember running Young Pyro at all.
So no Storm Chasers.
Yeah, no Storm Chaser Mage.
2 Stifle.
Fox. He was asking for the Staying Token, the Staying Twin token, before they ever released anything about Masters 25. So
well, he's
pretty happy. Oh, Magic Online has like a new
Weaver of Lightning.
Leo. Sorry. Oh no.
PCG Eternal.
Oh no. Yeah, I did this one wrong, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
There we go.
Cross my fingers.
Flory, the list looks fine. I would kind of consider going with Storm Chasers over Young Pyro. And the 2 of Stifle is a little bit like iffy. You might want to consider like Chain Lightning or something like that in that spot.
The important thing about Storm Chaser Mage, though, is that it hits the turn it comes in.
Yeah.
Young Pyromancer is kind of a go wide strategy, and this deck is a reach kind of deck. I don't think Young Pyromancer needs to be in here. I'm not gonna say that it's like terrible or anything, but I don't know. What do I know?
Not a doctor.
Not a doctor. Oh, I said that to somebody the other day, and they responded to me and they said, "You realize that doctors really don't know anything." And I reacted appropriately. Let's just say that.
Weaver of Lightning is interesting. It might just be better as a Staticaster or something like that. If it's the card I'm thinking of.
Okay, this is taking its sweet time to load up. You need to do some online drafts. That sounds super fun.
Good old Moto load times.
Yeah, telling to download everything, so
99.
Oh, now it's loading Magic Online. Alright. Yeah, I'll jump over. Moto's being slow, guys. Sorry. Let's see.
Manifest Destiny.
Hello.
All right, so
this was Fox's build before. I know it has changed.
Fox, what are our changes? Also, I really like Commandeer.
Who doesn't?
There was a while where I was trying to get Commandeer to work in Modern with Painter.
Yeah.
So play a Painter and then Commandeer, just pitching like lands and stuff from your hand.
This deck has illusionary masks in it. What's
more to like?
Seriously.
Yeah. Jace Vryn's Prodigy, awesome.
Yeah. Sometimes you just need to cast more Enlightened Tutors. You know. I know. He said he took Soul Summons out. Not too surprising. But he also told me about a game where he ended up like gaining like 1,000,000 life at a turn.
Mastery.
And had to like outrace like a couple of oh my goodness, I cannot think right now. 3/1 Merfolk, Mini Progenitus. True name. You know, just guy infiltrator. Running it.
Oh yeah.
You're reading it. Like what the heck is
reader.
Totally normal.
Wow.
Because why play Dreadnought and have to stifle it when you can just flip it off the top of your library, all sneaky like.
Interesting thing I saw some people doing with Phyrexian Dreadnought was Eldrazi Mimic, and just let it die and
hit for 12. Oh, never thought about that. I haven't heard anything from Fox. Hey, Fox.
Fox, you still there?
I think Counterspell was the other person that wanted to see this.
Show us the way. Show us the way of the manifest destiny.
There you are, Fox. What has changed? What's new about the build? We had Tim play this deck for a little bit.
Keg to main, Canonist to sideboard. Okay.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Duh. Powder Keg, too good.
One reality shift. Okay.
He already has one, so he goes up on it. I don't think we're gonna have a second one. Some pretty big changes in the board. Oh, look at that. We do have more.
Hey.
Are they both the cool one? Yeah.
They are.
I think that's probably Brian. Brian was like, they're so cheap. I'm buying 4. Some pretty big changes to the board. Well, I know you still have Divert, because, I mean, you have to have Divert.
Divert's pretty cool. Yep. And Teferi's Response. Yep.
Teferi's Realm is like the card I think of when I think of Fox.
Teferi's Realm is pretty crazy.
He's like every time Fox is like talking about a card, he's like, just phase it out. It's easy. Why do we need to do anything else when we can just phase it?
What's the problem?
Yeah.
I don't see that card.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Okay, so we have the Torp Orb.
Alright, 2 Priest. 2 Misdirection.
Hold on.
One Sacred Ground, 1 Surgical.
2 Misdirection?
Yeah. Cut 1 Surgical.
Torpor. Keep the Realm. Sacred Ground.
1 Curse Scroll.
Sacred Ground.
Curse Totem.
And you're blinking on the rest. Oh, you told me about Cursed Totem.
Yep.
Disempower still on the board?
Ooh, Disempower.
As is Rip. You said the Canonist was there.
1 surgical, I think.
Cut on a surgical.
No Teferi's response or commandeer
would be your guess.
My guess.
Then we'd have to cut on a divert or a flusterstorm. You know what that means?
Curse scroll.
Oh, the curse scroll's in. Okay, the curse scroll's in the main. Curse scroll.
Scroll, not totem. Yeah.
Flusters were not on the board at all. We don't have a curse scroll.
Apparently not.
That's a weird thing to not have. This card's great. Well, we're close. You're missing 1 sideboard card, Fox.
2 containment freeze, 2 misdirection, 1 torpor orb.
And I just overheard. It looks like pairings for round 3 are going up.
All right. We may have to come back to Manifest Destiny.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. All right.
All right.
Tim's playing?
So Tim versus Terry and Corey versus Drew.
A foil Icecrown Scepter? Icecrown Scepter.
Icecrown Scepter. I could get behind that.
That way you can divert everything.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, don't worry, I can kill your thing with my Abrupt Decay.
Divert.
Said no divert ever. Alright, guys. So, it looks like we've got Tim versus Terry.
Icecrown plus Noxious, yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Alright. We're getting shuffled up, and our backup match will be. Looks like we've got Corey and Drew. Actually, we may want to feature them. We haven't seen either of them today.
That sounds like a good place to start.
Alright, let's jump over there then. I think Corey's also on 4-color. Drew's usually doing cool things though, so we'll see what he's up to.
Get that timer going too.
Oh. All these things that I have to do.
Oh yeah.
Too much. What the? Oh, I did it wrong. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, that's how you.
Nice.
How's it going, Kajal? What happened?
What is this?
What is this?
This is Legacy at Paragon City Games. We do this twice a week.
This is a 4-round tournament. If you've ever seen Magic the Gathering, that's what this is.
And if you haven't, well, then a lot of this probably won't make a lot of sense to you. But if you stop into the store, there are plenty of people who could help get you sorted and figure it out.
Mm-hmm. And if you're not local, then you're a local game store.
Exactly.
Well, I'll be happy to teach you. The game's great.
Or you could take a flight all the way to here and
that's a better idea. It's a better idea. All right. Well, let's see what's going on here. What's a legacy? Oh, Eric. I'm not explaining what a legacy is to you.
Something that you build over time.
You're a legacy, Eric. You're a legacy.
All right. Just saw Corey's hand. That doesn't look very 4-colory.
No, it does not. This looks like... I think this is Josh's
like
Miracle. No.
Lady.
Yeah, it kind of does.
It is the Matt H.
It's the only thing that makes life in Utah terrible if you don't ski. Is this Pokemon? Will a loser be banished into the digital?
They might.
Yes.
They might. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Okay, cool. So, Dark Ritual into
thrown out of the sheet. Yeah. All right. So wait, Turbo Depths doesn't usually play with Dark Rit though, do they? Not usually.
No. So I think this might be the build from the GP.
The Reanimator.
The Reanimator.
Reanimator Depths or something like that.
Depths, yeah.
Okay.
Sort of the hybrid.
Your money's on the Shadow Dimension. Well, lucky for Corey, he's got a Source of Plowshares, so
Gristle Lands, that's a good name for it.
Gristle Lands. Oh, that's great. All right, he's just gonna play his Volk and pass the turn back. And
right.
got a Thoughtseize. Uh-oh. I think he has to force this.
Yeah,
yeah,
he's have to.
Or wait, does he have a Blessed Alliance?
He has a Brainstorm. We're just gonna start off with that.
Okay.
Could just hide the swords on top.
Yeah, he really did waste a Dark Depths. I mean, the only other thing to mention about it is that like maybe he's playing around Days and he doesn't know what Corey's on. Yeah, I don't. He may not need the Dark Rit later, so it's probably fine. You don't understand anything in this game. I wish I had the time to explain everything that was going on. You'd have to learn the game first, unfortunately.
Yeah, Legacy's a hard one to kind of get into at the ground floor and have it be your first format that you learn.
Alright. So we got a Brainstorm. We see okay, that's a Predict.
That's a Predict. So maybe this is Miracles.
This has got to be Miracles. I didn't know Corey had Miracles. 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 That's what I meant. Promise. All the times that I spell it right, I just want to let you know that that's always an accident.
Lack of elves. There's elves in Legacy.
We're in the 2-1 beats portion of the game.
Mere icicles.
Where Drew dares the opponent to slam a Jace. Mer icicles. Good to see you, Eric. I haven't seen you in chat in a long time. Welcome. All right, so we've resolved the Brainstorm, and now where are we headed?
Interesting. Okay.
Source the Plowshares target Hexmage. So this is in response to the Thoughtseize. So
I dare you to crack.
I dare you to crack it.
kind of tempted. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So he's going to respond. Get his 2020.
A Merit Lage.
And Thoughtseus is going to resolve. This is going to take Predict. But no haste or anything crazy like that. So you know how funny it would be to see like Crack play Concordant Crossroads. Terminus off the top.
Yep.
And that'll take care of Drew's big old 2020. I don't know what to call this yet. Do we call it Gristle Lands?
Gristle Lands.
I don't know how to spell that. Ah.
Yeah, close enough.
First try. All right, search for Azcanta. Hey, we were just barely saying that we haven't seen that in a little while. But vampires never do farm labor, for sure.
Corey making strong use of that Urborg, able to tap that fetch land for mana.
Yeah.
Without sacking it.
Alright, so here's a Thespian stage. We've only really seen things that would matter to
You think it's just
Dark Depths.
Just depths?
Just mono black, or I think this is just depths.
Depths with
Dark Rits, I guess.
Dark Rits. We'll see.
We haven't seen anything showing us that there's a reanimate plan, right?
All right. Well, it's happened. Once again, we have found Azcanta.
Thank goodness. It's about time.
Someone had to.
We've been searching.
Yeah.
Searching for so long. Yep, and nothing from Drew. This is just an easy activation of Azcanta, and looks like Swords to Plowshare is going to be the take. I think that's an important one to have versus a deck that's like getting a 2020, and that's their game plan.
Yep.
Dang it, Corey.
Moving around. All right, so here comes Counterbalance, and that's going to be another big card to add to the board for this game.
Yeah, it really hurts crop rotation. That is for sure. So we've got a fetch. Burning Catacombs is gonna find us something.
Wouldn't be surprised to see crop rotation in response here.
Yeah. Okay, so grabbing a basic swamp. Yeah, MG Flurry, I could probably talk to you about it a little bit. That's a deck that I wouldn't mind figuring out a little bit more as well. Alright, another activation of Azcanta. We see, okay, so I think this is a back to basics. A Monastery Mentor, a Jace, and a Terminus. There's a lot of options. I mean, you can't take the creature, but everything else seems to be pretty solid. Yep. So he's gonna take Jace. I like it.
I think that's a good play here. You're pretty confident about just kind of running them out of resources and then getting them to a point where you can just Jace ult or brainstorm them out of the game.
Copy the Azcanta, like with Thespian State. He doesn't have another blue source though, Fox.
We've certainly gotten to that point before in the matchup.
Where you get like a second one, copy a blue source, and like, wow.
Double stage copy Azcanta.
I hope we get there. Yeah, that'd be great. Let's do that.
Trying to get a glimpse at Drew's hand. Looks like he's got maybe an Edict effect.
In the main deck? Yeah, we really haven't seen much of Drew's hand at all. Corey shows his hand quite well.
Hard to say.
So secretive. Doesn't want us to know. Oh, this isn't round
Playing
2.
with the proverbial hand close to the chest.
Yeah. Let's just rename this.
Turbo depths until proven otherwise.
Yeah. I think this is Turbo Depths.
If
You
it
saw
is
an
an
Entomb?
Entomb, then
Don't have to switch it back.
we would switch it back, but
You did not see that
we'll
box.
see.
BS. He has a Shallow Grave in hand? You mean this? It's Tin Fin Depths?
I mean, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. We haven't seen any of like the normal cards that you would have in this deck. Like, we haven't seen any of the land grab spells. Really, we haven't seen.
We haven't seen a green spell.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any Elvish Spirit Guides.
Yep. No crop rots, no lotus petals, anything like that. Reanimatives.
The only real Shallow Grave. Gotta keep up with my Found It, jeez. I love it. So we have to use our biggest dice on Jace, because we don't really need to see Jace. We know what's going on here.
Jace ticking up.
Yeah, it's all normal stuff. I do feel like Miracles is going to have a good matchup in something like this, though. Terminus is just going to be good.
Yeah.
No matter where it comes in the game.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Terminus is awesome if you can just kind of keep floating it, and at this point it doesn't even matter. You can just have it in hand. Like,
yeah. Alright, Counterspell, and looks like another Source of Plowshares that he could have.
Counterspell is a good take here.
Loyal Retainers, that's the real Shallow Grave. I was playing against a Reanimator opponent on Tuesday, and his Graveyard Order got like super messy. So so because I've met HC Fox, I was like, dude, Graveyard Order, you know. And then I had to explain to him, I'm like, hey, when you're a Reanimate deck, you actually really should keep your Graveyard Order, because you're telling your opponent something about your deck when you don't. Not that it's a huge deal. Gristlebrand on turn 1. Yeah, but found that interesting. I think Corey's just gotten to the point where he's like, yeah, this doesn't matter. Like, I'm just gonna Swords something. Maybe I'll win eventually. Probably just gonna win with Jace.
Snapcaster in hand.
With the Swords, yeah. Oh, there are. Okay, Thoughtseize, I saw 2 Exhumes. I saw cards. Guys, I saw cards in his hand.
Oh, man.
He's got to fire off soon.
The problem is you've got a lot of things to play through here. You've got that counterbalance, which is kind of annoying.
Or really annoying.
2 on top, so this might be a good time to go if he has... you said he had Exhume, though, so that's not...
He had 2 of them, so...
Not ideal.
Starting off with the Unmask, exiling Exhume, and then we've got a Thoughtseize, and now...
Brainstorm.
Brainstorm.
Gonna put a 1 on top, I bet. If he had... Well, we know he's got Swords. Probably put Swords on top.
Yeah, he's got multiple. And Terminus right under that. Seems like a good thing.
Yep.
Ta-da! Look at that. Counterbalance, doing work. And a Dark Depths.
Okay. So, Dark Depths on... online whenever he wants it, but we know that Corey's got multiple answers lined up, ready to go. Including Jace just sitting there on the board.
Yeah, he'll probably be forced to end a turn, make it 2020, and hope that, you know, I hope that something good comes out of it.
If Jace goes to exactly 10 and Drew plays a Dark Depths, you get to steal the dice and kill Jace. Well, yeah, that's in the rules, right?
Yes.
Alright, Drew passes turn. Snapcaster, no, predict is gonna come down.
I predict Terminus. Boom.
Alright, activate that as Kanta. Get another Terminus. Just like you drew it up. Fully stocked hand at the ready. And Drew just kind of sitting here twiddling his thumbs. Not much to be done.
Jace goes up to 13 loyalty after this ponder and just keeps the way it was, takes a brainstorm.
I think it's a little bit awkward that Drew had to show the exhume on that unmask.
Yeah, it really is.
He could probably just kind of play the I'm Turbo Depths game and go into game 2 with that, but kind of shocked to see this game still going. Jace is at 13, so should be pretty easy to kill from here. I see a second Jace off of that ponder brainstorm. Important. All right. Copy your as Kanta. Crack, activate. We got there. We got there.
Going for it.
Activate as Kanta off of Lotus Petal for blue.
This is where Corey just picks up the cards. It's like, can't beat that. Yes. That's right, kids.
All right. So here's Thoughtseize. Called shot.
The Reanimator Depths player is activating into his own Kanta. That's a thing. The thing that's happening. He's gonna take pedal number 2 so he can activate it again next turn.
And Thoughtseize.
There won't be much of a next turn.
Alright, counterbalance trigger.
Jace.
Jace. Jace is not a one
Swing and a miss. Alright. Here's my hand. What would you like? He's like, I'm gonna take the foil swords. Oh, nope.
Nope, the non-foil.
Yep. Corey's like, I will not discard that one. Shallow Grave. This is gonna get a Vampire Hexmage. Just let it resolve.
I think if you're Corey, you're just kind of like, okay. You've got swords, and you've got force backup if things go wrong with that. Drew's tapped out.
Jace is about to win the game. I mean, Drew only has one card in hand, so it's not like his hand's going to get him anywhere once the ult has happened.
I mean, you could just force this, but there's no real reason.
Let it resolve and let it kill Jace. Oh my goodness. Oh, Fox. What would we do without you?
It wouldn't kill Jace, it would just drop it. Well, yeah, it would kill Jace, wouldn't it? Yeah, just exile. Remove counters, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
That would be pretty wild. So Snapcaster, counterspell.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be the game. So
all right, Corey takes game 1. Sometimes you need a shallow grave to kill somebody's planeswalker, you know?
or attempt to.
All right, jumping over here, we've got Tim and whoa,
you got us.
that's us. That's not what was supposed to happen. All right, we got Terry and we got Tim. 4-color versus Grixis Delver. So much luck, so much skill, so much death, right?
Surprise!
But mostly just death, right?
The good old death rate mirror.
HC Fox explaining magic.
Most skilled death rate.
Magus of the Hero's Downfall. It does do a pretty good Hero's Downfall impression.
Mm-hmm.
And by that I mean it was there. It was actually there before Hero's Downfall ever was. So. Vampire Hexmage already knew what it looked like to see a hero fall.
Oh yeah.
Long before there was a spell for it.
If I'm going, I'm taking you with me.
And I'm going.
Bye-bye.
See, if I'm Corey there, I'm like, I've got a Jace on top and a Jace in hand. Resolves. Oh, somebody did mention earlier. Sorry, I forgot to respond to you. If you're looking for a Lux Skill Deathrite shirt, I'm pretty sure we can get that to you. Just message us. Message the Paragon City Facebook. We can work that out. I don't think we have them on our site yet. Never again. Isn't that's the new one, right? I don't think it's never again. It's never return.
Never to return.
Never to return. Yeah, see? Brian's one of the owners here. Or JBA is. It's never to return, guys. Never return. Boom.
Boom.
Bad Hero's Downfall. Nice.
Sometimes you just need a bad Hero's Downfall.
Sometimes you just need to know your standard cards.
Sometimes you need a Toxic Deluge that gets Fluster Strength.
Yep, I think this is going to take care of Tim. Like, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot left going on in his hand.
Yep, I think he was leaning on that pretty hard.
I think he was too. Dual deck Jace versus Hexmage coming to a store near you. That would actually be a good dual deck. I mean, you'd need another face, like
signature spellbook Hexmage.
Signature spellbook. Just every card that just beats the crap out of Planeswalkers. You got Hexmage, you've got Never to Return, you've got Hero's Downfall and Dreadbore.
Pithing needle.
Pithing needle. All of it. Oh, what's the hex parasite? Hex parasite.
Oh, yep.
Can take counters off of things, huh? Yeah.
Fits,
all of it.
Fits the hex theme.
Yeah. The hex parasite just gets in there, though.
Mm-hmm. They all need vampire hex mage themed art.
Oh, perfect.
And one will be randomly foil.
Wizard of the Coast, you're listening to this, right? You know what to do. Your move.
You know what to do. Your move, Wizards.
It can if you have Cavern of Souls in your deck. Fox. Jeez, usually you're the type of person who's like, oh, we can beat that. Not a big deal.
Leovold comes into play.
I think Leovold is it Staticaster not so great.
Less than ideal.
I love how the life totals are like completely off the screen, but it's all like still easy to see what the life totals are.
Mm-hmm.
What? You're not?
A new insect.
We can make it work. Come on, Fox. We already need to finish our brew with Winter Orb and improvised cards. We can't have more things behind that. We need to get done with the first one.
So I'm pretty sure Winter Orb is a snow globe.
Well, yeah. It doesn't really do a whole lot when it's just sitting there. You gotta shake it up.
Mm-hmm. Three leagues, 2/3.
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
I think your definition of suck and my definition of suck are very different.
The real question is, were you having fun playing with new cards?
I think that is a much better question. The day it comes out, it's just like, I have to win.
Ben Holler is an insect.
Is it really? There you go. Ben Holler's insane. Card's great.
I feel like changelings are kind of cheating. There's a ton of changelings. Best
That's awesome.
ever.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm way excited to play tonight, Corey. I
Should be a
think
good
it'll
one.
be I think it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, get your
yard now.
Get your swarm yard now.
Hey, Captain.
What's up, Captain? Welcome, welcome. Oh, we gotta check out our other match, huh? Whoa, look at how much we've missed.
All right, so we're going off here.
I didn't feel like we were gone that long at all. Jeez, they shuffled fast. Is that?
That's
What's
a
that?
silent gravestone.
Is it Silent Gravestone?
I think.
Okay.
Ooh, so what do we have? Got
Yeah,
brainstorm.
Corey. I think there's a lot of. It looks like there's a lot of mana sinks. 18 lands would make sense if there's a lot of those in the format.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Rihanna Depth Fence.
Rihanna Depth Fence. Uh-huh. Perfect. Oh, no need to change it.
If I remember correctly, I think they run a one of Unburial Rights as well.
Oh, I need to get rid of this one. There we go. Vienna Depth Fins. Yep. Yes. Good.
Trade binder fins. It's a pretty sweet deck. It's probably not like Miracles is definitely not the matchup you're trying to run into with this deck.
No,
like,
it's probably a little too fragile for something like Miracles.
Yeah. Surgical was the draw.
He's got pretty much everything he needs. Like Drew would need to top deck what? Thespian stage and even no, Corey does he have swords?
He might.
I think he does.
Certainly has Snapcaster plus a bunch of cantrips.
Corey's hand's just stacked. Yeah, he probably is actually planning to win with the Snapcaster Mage. That's what I would do. And Caracas, yeah.
Yep. Step by step, bit by bit.
Yeah, it's always the middle of round 3. I get super hungry and tired at the same time. We'll get there. We'll get there. After this, I'll go get some In and Out.
Ooh, In and Out.
Yeah,
That's good.
Then I'll come back and pre-release.
Pre-release fuel.
Yeah,
In and Out. I like it.
We've got plenty of caffeinated beverages.
Oh yeah.
For your midnight pre-release needs. Come join us. Play Legacy with me between rounds.
For sure.
Invasive Surgery. That's an interesting card to see. I wonder what that came in for. Hangry and fatigued. Tungry. I think I am a little tungry. Yeah. I think so.
Tired and hungry. Yeah.
Yeah, things have been crazy around here lately. I have to admit. I've been sorting all of our buys. Oh man, oh man. So many Magic cards. So many Magic cards.
It seems like that Snapcaster's been attacking for a while, and
the
life totals are just barely down below 20. So I'm kind of wondering if one Dark Depths already got plowed. Yeah.
Look at the graveyard though. It doesn't look like anything like that's going on in the graveyard. I mean, maybe. Oh, Gristlebrand got swords. Okay, that's what the Gristlebrand is.
Gotcha.
It's all coming together.
Poor Gristle.
Poor Rihanna Depth Fins.
That's actually probably pretty awkward for Drew. That means that he had a Gristlebrand in play at one point and it died and he wasn't able to combo off, so he probably just fizzled.
Yeah. Yep. Meanwhile, Corey has been swordsing all Drew's buys. Yeah.
I like how this Dark Depths is ticking down one at a time.
Mr. Bojangles, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that.
All right, Petal is the play. And Drew thinking about doing something here.
And this Mentor is a huge clock. I can't imagine there's going to be a lot left to do.
Ooh.
Okay, surgical. And what's the target? Entomb or?
All right, so we do get to see Entomb.
Dark Red, Petal.
Petal.
I see it on Mask.
Mask.
And there's two of a same card and maybe a Shallow Grave.
Yeah.
I don't know what the card is in his hand that there are two of. I can't recognize from the very little art I can see.
Unsure from that point, but
come on, Legacy people, help us out. What's the card? We can't see much. What is it?
This is where Art Game comes in handy.
Dang it. We haven't.
It's like expert game.
That's Exhume?
Are you sure?
I do not think that's Exhume.
Doesn't look like Exhume to me. It might be, but Surgical, the thing without the original art. Yeah.
It's Entomb?
No, Entomb got Surgical, but we're trying to figure out the card in Drew's hand.
He's got 2 Dark Writs, a Petal, a Shallow Grave, and an Unmask. What's the other 2 cards? It is not Exhume. I swear. Guys, I don't think that's Exhume. Is it really? Oh, it is. It is. You guys are right. Jeez, why are they so smart? It is. You're right. Using just any. I'll bet you money. Brian, we already figured it out. No money to bet.
All right. And Shallow Grave getting the axe as well.
I'll bet you 7 life.
Chat's smart.
Chat's so smart. That's weird that neither of us could get that from that.
Alright, Sword's a token. Counter that. Corey doing his best Storm impersonation over here, just kind of going off.
Yeah. Captain Keys, you can't. Your 7 life already belongs to Gristlebrand. Gristlebrand owns those 7 lives.
Force that.
Bring it. Bring it. Come at me, bro.
Come on. Attack me. I want you to do it. There we go.
If you're not careful, I'll thaw my dark depths a couple times more. All right, Corey is gonna take this one in 2, and we jump over and see that people are done playing on our other table, which means we got about 8 more minutes to kill. Which means we can look
definitely go back to
Manifest Destiny.
Oh yeah,
is that what we're gonna talk more about?
It's either that, or we can talk a little bit about your build of blue-red that you 5-0'd with.
Oh, okay. I can pull that up. It's been a minute, but yeah. I know, Brian. We'll have it fixed for next round. Where is Delver? Ha!
There we go.
Alright, so somebody was asking about blue-red Delver, so I'm going to pull up the one that I 5-0'd with a little bit ago. I really like this deck. I do. Brian's on pain meds. Brian, how did your surgery go? I mean, obviously you're here. So you're alive, which is good.
Hopefully they gave you the good pain meds, Brian.
The good kind of pain meds.
Mm-hmm. Swell.
Good to hear. We'll be missing Brian for the next little bit. Because he has to like recover or something. I don't really get it. But yeah, so this is the blue-red Delver deck that we messed with a little bit ago.
On a scale of 1 to playing Brawl, how would you rate your pain? 3.
I mean, he's playing Brawl, so that like, or I guess he's not anymore. He did. He did. That was a good question. I like it. Who was asking about this deck though? Was it MG Flurry?
Yeah.
MG Flurry was. Well, MG Flurry, if you're still in chat,
this is for you.
This is for you. I did really like this build. In fact, I think one thing was different about it, and we had a Cryptic Serpent in the deck. But in the 5-0, I don't know if I drew it more than one time. Like, I almost never saw it.
So the things that stand out to me in this deck are the 1-ofs. The Thunderous Wrath and the Fire Blast.
Yeah. They're pretty similar cards.
And the Fork Bolt. Like,
yeah.
And I really like the 1-of Fork Bolt.
Me
I
too.
think that's really well positioned right now. How is Thunderous Wrath?
You can set it up with Brainstorm. It kills, like, it does something that Fire Blast doesn't, and that is kill Gurmag Ginkler.
Okay.
So, like, even if you draw it and you, like, don't want to cast it, you know, you can always Brainstorm and, like, put it back on top of your deck, set it up. It's not difficult to do. And then, you know, when it does come off, it's just like, all right, one red mana, 5 damage to your face. It's a little more reach than Fire Blast has, and it doesn't kill your lands. So I think most decks do play with double Fire Blast, but Thunderous Wrath was fine. I didn't have any issue with it.
And 1-of Sneaky Vapor Snag in there. I like that.
Yeah, 1-of. It deals damage. You know, it's also pretty good at dealing with any Dark Depths decks and things like that. So, oh, this was it. Just really came together. You know, we got a Trinium in the side.
Yep.
More Vapor Snag. More things to bring in when you don't want your forces.
Blood Moon Smashes, 3 Surgical for all those lovely unfair decks.
Because what doesn't run Surgical right now? But yeah, that is something about this deck, though. It does not have Death Ray.
Death Ray. Greatness at no cost.
This is the deck that's like, yeah, well, whatever. We don't need that card. We need Death Ray Shaman. Whatever. So yeah,
Death Wrong.
This is a deck that Bryce has toyed with a little bit too, and I want to say that each time he's played it, he's really liked it. Trash deck confirmed. There was luck and skill, but there was no Death Ray, right? The shirt's like a little off camera, so I have to like hold it up each time. Ha.
I'd say this is probably one of the better Gitaxian Probe decks in the format.
Yeah, it's very good.
You're getting probably your most value out of it, and you're able to fire it off pretty quickly and not have to hold on to it for...
-2 Storm Chaser for 2 Soul Scar?
Yeah, Soul Scar is interesting.
It is. I could see it.
I could see that.
I mean, Storm Chaser has evasion. Like we're trying to deal damage to our opponent. I don't think there are a lot of times where you're looking at like a Goyf and you're like, I need that to be smaller.
Yeah.
You know. You play 2 Lavamans in the main. We just have the one in the side, but I could see that as well. This really is like the flex spot, the Storm Chaser Mage. The new legend. Well, Brian, you know, you're going to have to be specific because it's a new set. I don't know the cards.
I'm pretty
and
sure
there's like
a
a million legends. I don't know. Let's see. New legend. All right. Well, not that one.
Kind of might be like saying, meet me at the 7-Eleven on State Street.
All right. Let's find the legend that he's talking about.
New legend.
Squee.
Squee?
Or Valduke. The new haste wizard that's blue-red.
Oh, blue-red.
Why didn't he say so?
Right? Now we're getting specific.
Hold on, I gotta scroll a lot.
Joyra?
Joyra? Oh wait, she's not a wizard.
Oh. Joda?
He's on med. It's not his fault he's retarded. Oh, sorry. Here.
Ah, okay.
Adeliz.
So,
Adeliz.
Flying Haste. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, wizards you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. For
It costs 3 mana. Ryan? 3
mana.
mana.
Legendary. And I don't know.
3 is a lot for this deck. Like,
it doesn't. Like, it's only pumping itself, so it's bad prowess, right?
well, it's just prowess. It is just prowess. You're not.
Yeah, but it's not pumping like your other creatures, is it? none of the rest are wizards.
No.
So flying in haste.
Yes, it is. It is playable, but 3 mana, like
3 mana is a lot.
three mana to 2 in a deck like this are a little different. Yeah, at 3 you'd rather play TNN. You're absolutely right. And True Name Nemesis is in the sideboard. Worse than the blue red unblockable guy. This guy does seem insane. I mean, I'm not talking about legacy when I say that. Like, geez, this card just seems good. Looks like people are sitting down though, so let's let me get set up for that real quick.
Oh man.
Terry and Corey. Oh boy. We got Travis and Tim. Okay.
Okay.
So round 4, we made it. We made it. We know what comes with round 4 though. Kyrie yawns like a million times because I'm tired.
Round 4, 4-0.
They can't see that, Matt.
But
you weren't supposed to tell them. What are you doing? Jeez. All right. So we got Terry and Corey. So this is gonna be a sweet matchup of Grixis Delver versus Miracles.
Ryan looks different tonight.
Ryan does look different tonight. You're right. Yeah, we might actually have Ryan jump on a little bit more. Pretty enjoyable person. All right, Corey Miracles.
Heracles.
Just in time to watch some shuffling.
Oh yeah, wouldn't want to miss it.
No. No. All right, we've got our backup match. It's probably gonna go a lot faster, but Travis, I believe he's on burn, and playing against Tim on 4-color. You wanna know what's good against 4-color? Price of Progress.
Seems good.
I checked.
You checked?
Yeah. Yeah, I checked.
Yeah. It's a good thing to check on.
Yeah.
Very true.
Thanks, HC Fox. I mean, you did just ruin all my plans for Vegas, but whatever. I'll get over it.
All right, getting things going. Here comes a Ponder.
Don't you
A
have
Disciple.
Is it Gristlebrand's Disciple? I think there is a Disciple.
Yeah, there should be. All right. Crack fetch.
Young Pyro.
Play Young
It's going to be the first threat of the game. And it looks like Corey's already looking at Force of Will in his hand. Oh, had it. Disciple of Gristlebrand. You can sacrifice a creature. Gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness.
Oh, good. So the Disciple can sacrifice Gristlebrand and you can gain back that 7 life you lost.
Great. Argyle's Bloodfast. See, there you go. You go pay 7, pay 7. You know, after you like cracked a fetch or whatever.
Yeah.
And then at your upkeep, you flip Argyle's Bloodfast, and then you just sacrifice Gristlebrand, gain 7.
There you go.
No need to attack with it. You can just sacrifice it. Much better.
Who needs a pesky 1/1 anyway?
Can't swords my Gristlebrand with a sack outlet on the board.
Alright, so attempted force on this Pyromancer, and that got dazed. And we're resolving a Brainstorm. Crack that. Grab another island. And cast Ponder. Top 3 look like Tarn, Counterspell, and Unknown. Keeps on top, draws Tarn.
Arceus plus the Shadow is gas. If you meant that in the sense that they will both burn pretty well, I agree. Got him.
Alright, so Brainstorm, trigger, get a elemental token. Draws our Force, Flooded Strand, and Delver.
You know, Corey has already telegraphed a ton about where he is in this game so far. The fact that he was willing to fight over something silly like a young Pyromancer,
sure,
he really just does not have a Terminus or a way to Terminus.
Yeah,
that tells Terry a lot. I mean, granted, Corey's probably going to start digging for one pretty soon here, but this is exactly why we're seeing this Delver come down.
Sure, more threats added to the board. Try to finish this game out quick. That elemental token unfortunately does not have haste.
Lame. Dang it, elemental. Get it together. Alright. Corey's got some options. Looks like he's looking at a Portent, which really isn't going to do a ton. If Terry's Delver does flip, which it should, it's just going to be a fast clock.
And Corey just passes turn.
Yeah, no Portent there. Ponder off the top is going to flip Delver. Draw step. Moving to combat. Let's attack for 6.
Yeah, hard to go wrong there.
Pyro died before he got a chance to be young.
Snapcaster coming in.
I think this is actually just to ambush the...
Yep.
the
Probably
Emperor.
do that, get a
Brainstorm.
value Brainstorm, and hopefully just kind of get some pressure off. Buy a little bit more time. Has Council's Judgment in hand, but no double white. 1 fetch. And even if Corey were to find a Terminus on top, doesn't have the white for it.
He does.
In play?
Yeah.
Oh. Must be hidden under that island.
Yeah, it is. Got a Plains and 2 islands in play.
Gotcha.
Yep, so here's a Brainstorm in response to the Ponder.
And there is a Terminus.
Yeah, that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, so you got Terminus plus Force of Will backup, so it should likely resolve.
Terry's force of will is off at the moment, so if I had to guess, he's gonna want to take a blue card off this ponder, and if there is none, he's gonna shuffle. Nope, he takes a death right. Okay. Wow, so he actually can't force of will, so Terminus is gonna be huge.
Terry is able to rebuild with Pyromancer and Deathrite, so he does have some post Terminus stuff that he can do.
Yeah. Looks like Corey's got most of the threats covered, though. He's got a counterspell in hand. He's got a force of will. You know, he doesn't. Looks like he's gonna crack and play Portent. Just gonna grab another basic island.
In the meantime,
we get a shuffle cam during the match.
Yeah.
Whoa.
In the meantime, Terry gets a Underground Sea.
Looked like he was thinking about his tropical there for a moment, huh?
Definitely was. Kind of tempting to get all the different types of mana access to, so that you can use that Deathrite in whatever way you want. But I'd agree that Underground Sea is probably a little bit better.
The tropical could even tell Corey that Deathrite's coming.
It's true.
You know.
Yeah.
However, Terry doesn't need the green right now. Like there's no reason to gain life at the moment.
Yeah.
So
you're trying to be the aggressor. If you're to the point where you have to activate for green, you're kind of in a tight spot. As Grixis Delver. Alright, so it looks like Young Paro is coming down. And I'd imagine this will see a counter spell.
yeah, I do think he's in the business to just counter pretty much any creature that hits the board from this point.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he finds another Terminus, of course.
Down comes Deathrite.
Yeah, he wants Deathrite resolve.
That seems fine. Picks up Swords to Plowshares. Right on time.
Yeah, we're gonna Portent first.
Portent targeting Corey. Sees Brainstorm and looks like a couple more business spells. You imagine that if you came across an underground sea, it would be located below a tropical rainforest? What if there was a volcanic island near that tropical rainforest? Or even in that tropical rainforest?
That's not where the battle's taking place, guys. You can't use that mana if you're not there.
Alright, so Force keeps that Deathrite around.
I don't think this Deathrite's going to make it through the whole way, though.
Yeah, I'd have to say Corey seems pretty favored. Terry's pretty much out of cards at the moment, and single Deathrite, while annoying, is likely not going to get there.
No, we got a Snapcaster. Yeah. And Search for Azcanta just hit the board. This looks like Corey's game.
Definitely quickly turning into that.
Very, very well navigated, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, big swing from the beginning where it looked like Corey was in kind of a tight spot.
Romario, I hate to point this out, but what creatures? I I'm sure he typed that when there was one. Still. Terry's playing normal Magic right now.
Alright, Azcanta has been found. Snapcaster beats in for 2.
Sorry, I had to. Okay.
Wasteland will definitely take out that Azcanta.
No question about it. Activate. Oh, yeah.
Do that right now. Everybody gets 1.
Nice 4-color lands deck this guy's playing. It's
New
the new deck. Get with the times. Come on. Yeah, looks like we'll just start things up. The turn off with a Ponder.
Plays predict. How much you want to bet Corey knows what's on top of his library?
It's a miracle.
No, it's not. It's a counterbalance.
No, but it was a miracle.
A likely story.
Yeah.
So Snapcaster beats kind of doing their thing. Down comes True Name.
I think.
And trigger reveal Terminus on the top.
Terry's like, all right, well, this is the life I live.
Wonder.
Yeah, all right.
There we go.
It's like, I don't need my Snapcaster. He'll come back later. And fetch and pass.
Yep. Hold open Brainstorm and the ability to hardcast Force of Will. There comes Brainstorm.
It's like Corey needs some more things, some more tools. There's a win condition.
Mentor and another Brainstorm.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what you want to see if you're Corey.
He's like, look what I've got. It's a Monastery Mentor.
But wait, there's more.
Oh,
would you like to trigger your counterbalance?
Alright, hardcast Force.
Oh no. He's going to be able to Brainstorm and put Force on top.
Yeah, definitely.
But if he does that, then he doesn't get triggers off of his Mentor.
He gets 1 trigger off the Brainstorm. Oh, no.
No, it's not in play yet.
Yes, that's true. I don't think the 1/1 token is like that necessary.
No, certainly not. Like, this is definitely a
Reveal.
play. That'll
All
do.
right, Terry, I'll scoop it up.
Terry's had enough.
Yeah, I definitely think that time is something to consider in a matchup like this, and
Definitely.
where they've already taken 20 minutes for their first game. I think that was probably a wise decision. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in our backup matchup, and we've got Burn in 4-color. And look, we've already seen a Deathrite Shaman die, so I think Travis ended up getting game 1 because it looks like it's Tim's turn at the moment. New Deathrite. Man, those duels, they're so nice looking.
They are.
Almost like they're... Oh, it's just that they're signed. That's the only reason.
I see.
I've never played with those duels. Those particular ones.
Can't imagine.
Yeah.
Why those ones in particular would be.
Why I have a soft spot for them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is kind of weird. Yeah, it probably was a little long overdue. I mean, they definitely have 30 more minutes, right? They have time for 2 more games. They just need to play fast.
Yeah.
I think Corey did take a little long to figure out exactly how to navigate it, but at the same time, Corey doesn't usually play miracles.
Sure.
So yep. I definitely understand why it would take a minute longer to go through his turns. So Hydroblast, just taking care of Eidolon.
How you doing?
Nice duels. You think that's a snotty remark, really? Oh, I was being serious. And I thought you knew me. Unbelievable.
So if you're Travis, I think some of your best draws are probably like Searing Blaze or something like that to get rid of that Deathrite, deal some damage, and keep the train rolling.
Yeah, I wonder if he has Searing Blood as well. Either of those would be amazing.
Yep. One of those two. Other things that are really hard to deal with if they get resolved are things like Sulfuric Vortex.
Yeah. It'd be a shame if somebody cast Progress.
It would be a shame if someone cast Price.
It'd be a real shame.
And I do see a Price in Travis's hand.
That's for later.
Yeah. Yeah, pick your spot.
Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, Brian Snotty's the artist of Volk. How did I not catch that? Jeez, I'm so bad at this. Thank you for spelling it out for me, HC Fox. Jeez, what was wrong with me? Don't answer that.
Two price
progress. It gonna hurt. Hey, I like that. I like that one too. I like that Velfel Strix.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I do. Something special about it, you know.
I don't know what would make that one better than the others, but it somehow is.
Dude, I go ham for this one.
It definitely is better than the others. I mean, they all have the same ability, but come on. So Tim fetches up Basic Swamp, and that is a good thing to see.
Yeah.
It means Price is on his mind. He's thinking about...
yeah, you don't want to take more than 4 for a price.
For sure.
Not. And you know what? Hydroblast hitting the Eidolon also enables 2 life to come off the Deathrite, which is going to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Price of Progress for 4 damage. Travis is going, doesn't hurt me at all.
I don't know what the big deal is. Just don't play greedy mana bases.
Yeah. Duh.
And here comes a Surgical, and I'm assuming that's going to be on Price of Progress. It looks like it is.
Nice. Okay, so normally I would look at Surgical and be like, man, why do you have Surgical in against Burn? But this looks really good, where you're actually getting one from them, and you know you're not going to get Price for the rest of the game. Now you just need to worry about this this Firecraft that's in the hand, and maybe like future Fire Blasts as well.
Underground Seer Riot.
Now he can go and get whatever lands he wants. Look at that. Alright, guys. Our other matchup is starting up. So we'll jump back over.
Did that Scalding Tarn grab a swamp? Was that what happened? I didn't see it. I wasn't paying close enough attention to the land that cracked.
Was it really?
That's what it looks like. So, we're going to get that taken care of. Thanks for that, guys. Hard to catch everything, but with you guys, it's always a little bit better. Kyra's going to step in and take care of that. Competitive REL. Game loss or unfollow. Calm down, calm down. Everybody makes mistakes. Followed by refollow.
Both
All
players
right.
are like, yeah, we missed it. So they'll just keep it. Awkward.
Kappa, kappa, kappa. All right.
The cheats, yeah. Yeah, Tim's pretty new to Legacy in general, but he definitely should have known that you can't go get a swamp.
It looked like it's that exquisite firecraft that I saw in Travis's hand.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be good for 4 points of damage.
Yes. Pretty much no matter when. It's just, does Travis find his third mana source ever?
Yeah. And the other card in hand, I believe, is a bolt. Where did that go? We'll find out. Yeah, looks like lightning bolt.
The other game started back up. Yeah, let's jump back over there.
Jumping back over, we've got Deathrite in play. Wasteland took care of a land. Second Wasteland taking care of another Tundra. Deathrite in for 1.
So what's up with the
true name and the bolts?
Yeah.
I'm unsure. Possibly they were seen from something like a probe or a.
I shouldn't have any probes.
Yeah, I'm unsure as to why they're there. Maybe they're just hanging out for value.
Man, round 4. Round 4. This type of stuff only happens in round 4, guys.
Alright, Deathrite activate. Getting rid of swords.
Oh, he's surgical. Okay, that's how I saw the cards in hand. Okay. What is surgical? Flooded strands? I think he's surgical flooded strands.
Seems like kind of an odd thing. Looks like Terry has his own surgical in hand.
You think he's gonna invasive surgery? Oh, yep, invasive surgery. Okay.
Invasive surgery, your ponders.
I don't think he has delirium, does he? Probably not.
Don't think so.
No, just land sorcery. This is just a straight up counter to ponder.
Just envelop.
Wow, and clearly this matter. Like, okay, let's fight over ponder.
Gonna shuffle those. Yeah, this is wild.
All of these things are not normal. Not what we're used to seeing.
Pretty unusual that Miracles has a draw that's really dependent on non-basic lands, as much as Corey's draw has been.
Mm-hmm.
And then Terry having the double wasteland to punish as well.
All right. Good night, Brian. May your drugs serve you well. Get well soon. Let me know when your friend Kyre can go and visit.
Dome in area.
I don't get it. I just know that Fox is at home going, he gets
it. All right, so Terry finds a true name, and that's gonna put an actual clock on the board.
All right, ponder.
Or rather, he had that true name from before. It's just been sitting in play. Now over to actual play instead of revealed card. This is my true name. Would you like to read it?
Would you like to? I choose you.
It's always good to make sure you're aware of who you're targeting with the true name. Wouldn't want to target like your opponent, like no. For round 2.
No. Name a player. I name Brian. I always name Brian. Guess who went 3-1 with his Luck Skill Deathrite shirt tonight?
Nice,
I
Bryce.
guess
Brian.
Brian. I guess Brian.
Always name Brian.
Always name Brian.
Target player. All right, Wasteland number 3 comes into play for Terry. Not any targets for this one at the moment, and unlikely to be some in the future, but will provide extra mana. No, it's Hexmage Tribal. And that's going to be enough for Corey to pack it up.
Yep. They've got about 15 minutes for game 3, so they definitely need to get moving. It looks like Burn and 4-color are also headed to game 3. I think Tim was able to get that one. He was at a pretty high life total, and there wasn't a whole lot of burn left for Travis, so looks like Tim was able to get that game.
All right, well, more shuffle cam action. Heroic blue-white mage. Imagine if Corey had Teferi's response and 2 mana.
Cool. Do we want repeats of your incredible humor from the stream chat? I think that I'm just going to speak for everybody here. I'm going to say no. You're welcome, everybody.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
All right, looks like Terry's ready to go. Corey's getting just a little bit more shuffle time in.
Don't worry, guys. I spoke for everybody. Don't worry about it. Yes. makes me sad. I took a break on Tuesday.
No.
Yeah. Now I'm like, oh man, what was I doing? Why wasn't I in the booth?
Terry looking at a pretty decent hand. He's got Delver, he's got Daze, he's got a couple cantrips, Brainstorm, Ponder, able to set that up. Sad times. Sad times.
Happy times.
Happy times, happy times.
Oh, jeez.
Why couldn't the reserve list card earn any buys?
He's going anyway.
I'm not sure if I should indulge this behavior.
Mods, I need you to ban him. Because it was bought out.
But
wow. Bryce, that was about as impressive as I was expecting it to be. We said no and he just kept going. And I can't ban him because he's an actual...
I suppose at least he's not making important jokes.
Yeah, those are the worst. Or is it jokes? Those are awful too.
Is it?
It's awful.
Pretty bad.
Give me a sword so I can swing it.
All right, so
we didn't see red out of Corey,
yeah,
at all. And here we see a Pyroblast at the bottom of his deck, and also there's a Pyroblast in hand.
Certainly not in any hurry to get red mana at this point.
You know, I've always felt like Pyroblast is just a weird card against Grixis Delver.
Very weird.
It doesn't kill like anything that I want it to kill. I mean, it gets Delver, right?
Doesn't get Gurmag. Doesn't get Young Pyro. Doesn't get Deathrite.
Gurmag, Young Pyro, Deathrite.
Mentor, Flusterstorm were the top 3 cards.
And we're shuffling. None of them brought... He's already typed it. You know he's already typed it. Nobody wants to know. It's a good old rock, paper, scissors. Yeah. You know, even though Miracles has games where it's really hard to watch, it's boring, you know, there's not a lot to see. There are also a lot of times where watching Miracles, it's really, really interesting. They have these long games, and they're only interesting when the opponent interacts with them well. Yeah, it is Blood Moon.
Blood Moon.
Dom and Arya. Okay, that was actually pretty good.
Ay.
Bryce, please stop. Dang it. I was supposed to not laugh.
Arya. You like when Miracles scoops.
Yeah, I do like that as well.
I think the bigger problem with Miracles is not that it's hard to watch or whatever, but it's kind of deterministic. So like you get to these game points where you're pretty sure, like you're 85 or 95% sure that Miracles has it, but the opposing player is just gonna kind of keep playing for that 5% chance of being able to pull it back. And it's kind of hard to figure out where that point is. So there's no like set spot where you're like, yeah, now I can concede. Like they got me good, but it's a lot harder to find that spot with Miracles.
Do you think we're slamming Blood Moon this turn?
I think we are. I think we're slamming Blood Moon right about now.
Right meow.
Right meow. There it is. That's getting dazed faster than you can say return my island to hand.
Bryce did give us a cheer. Because I had to giggle at his stupid joke.
So, Flip Delver. We do know that there is the Pyroblast that can take care of that Delver, so not really too big of a problem being attacked for 3 here. Daze also sets back this True Name from a turn, so that's good news for Corey. Second Delver is the play for Terry. Second Pyroblast is the draw for Corey.
They resolve counter bonds
faster than you can say ham sandwich.
Improve your quality of life. Just concede when they cast counterbalance.
Yeah.
HC Fox explaining magic. I just want to put that behind like everything he says.
HC Fox 2018.
2018.
Alright, Pyroblast takes care of Flip Delver.
I love that G.I. Joe video. This is another weird game where it's like Corey doesn't really have the greatest of hands to deal with whatever Terry has, especially if Terry has like threat number 2 or 3.
We know Terry has at least one more threat in hand with True Name.
Okay.
And Cabal Therapy is the reveal here, and
that's a good one.
That is a pretty good one. I wouldn't be too surprised to see Therapy be used before we see this True Name come out, but you never know.
Start with an attack for 3. We totally okay. I guess
Corey's
at 12.
Yep.
Kind of hard to see. Terry's life total irrelevant.
All right, Therapy. If you're therapying here, I'm assuming you're gonna name something like Sword or.
Huh? He named Snapcaster.
He named Snapcaster.
And he got one.
Soul Reed.
Maybe some comedy hybrid later. All right, no more jokes for me. Yes, I mean, oh, really? Yeah, Bryce, you really should get some sleep. I'm thinking of your well-being.
So Gurmag is the play here for Terry, and Terry just has threats over threats.
No, I think that leaves him in a pretty good position.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Terry get rid of the mentor.
Like sack Delver? Get rid of mentor?
Probably not.
He's considering it.
I would think about it because it blocks your angler.
Only for a turn though. Unless you could untap with it. That seems kind of like a long shot from this point.
Yep. True Name and X. I'm not sure what the X is. It might be Lightning Bolt. If it is Lightning Bolt, then it shouldn't be something to think about. Like, you really shouldn't be too worried about Terminus because you've got True Name for backup, and you just get in your beats while you can. And if you have Bolt, you can definitely get rid of that Mentor and you'd much rather them spend their mana and their Pyroblast getting rid of your Delver than sacking Delver and getting rid of their Pyroblast. So he is going to sack, and he's going to name Terminus. Not sure if I agree with that. And Terminus is the top deck.
I could hear Corey laughing out there. Got you. No, sacking it was probably fine then. It was going to be gone anyway.
So problem here is Pyroblast is able to deal with True Name now. Before it goes, Surgical in hand for Terry. We're gonna Surgical
Pyroblast.
Pyroblast.
He's like, eat it.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
both fell
first.
first.
Okay.
Very true.
Dang
Very
it.
true. Down comes True Name. I'm assuming he's targeting Corey. Blue Eyes White Dragon. Do you think True Name is the best Merfolk ever printed? The most powerful Merfolk?
Yeah. I mean, it's either that or that other one.
That other one. Very descriptive.
No, I can't think of what.
So
really
Corey draws back to basics, and he's kind of thinking about whether he wants to play that or not. Best Merfolk is clearly this one. Are you sure the best Merfolk is not just Deathrite Shaman?
Probably is better. Never thought of it that way. Target creature phases out. See?
Target creature faces out.
For double blue and tap.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's way better. Yeah, he'll go with the Mentor first. Down to 8. Looks like Terry's gonna get this one. He's got a Tasmag Gurmafangler.
Bolt in hand. Yeah, but it could be a Merfolk Planeswalker.
Yeah, you don't know.
Why not? It's a Deathrite Shaman.
All sorts of stuff.
It could be whatever it wants.
Deathrite Shaman, the chameleon. Just blends right in.
So Corey drew Tundra for turn, played Tundra. Here we're going to see back to basics come down, I think.
He fetched up a Tundra?
No, he just drew Tundra
okay.
for his turn. Merfolk Assassin.
You say that now, but there are plenty, Captain QC. Have you not seen Gideon or that mono red Sarkin? They have creature types. Shows what they know. Got him.
Back to basics comes down.
Like, can I have a monk?
Want a monk and a prowess trigger. I'm hellbent. Phantasmal Image.
Oh, speaking of Phantasmal Image,
That's a pretty good Merfolk.
Actually, through my sorting today, I found a Phantasmal Image with 2 not cut corners.
Yeah.
So the right top and bottom corner
Mutavault, pretty good one.
are pointed. Kind of sweet.
Mistform Ultimus is a pretty good Merfolk.
Mutavault is super good. AC Fox, you just say that because you play a bunch of standstill decks.
So Terminus comes down, and Terry kind of. So, timing wise,
Well,
on
the trigger
reveal,
Yeah, on the reveal, you surgical.
On the reveal.
Yeah. I'll take it out of his hand. Gain.
You're surgical. Yeah.
Bye-bye, Terminus. We've got Lightning Bolt.
Bolt you. Or bolt your token.
Or whatever.
And that's going to be the game, I think. All right. Well, Terry takes the match 2-1, and our backup is done. So that's going to do it for the tournament.
Yay! I mean, wait. I don't know how to react to these things. I can't tell if I'm ever supposed to be excited or if I'm supposed to be like...
Well, you should be excited because there's still more Magic to be played tonight.
There is. Guys, have great pre-release. I don't know if you guys are just going to be playing online or whatever you guys are doing with Dominaria yet, but enjoy yourselves.
Definitely.
And thanks for joining us.
See you next time.
Hail Heroes.